am, as always, your DM Falcon. Welcome to Dungeons & Dragons tonight. It's been a little while. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a holiday one-shot. Just kind of chill out a little bit with the players here. And have a nice time. Alright, let me bring them in.
I'm the governor, so it makes sense.
Okay, what are you even talking about now?
I don't think we even know.
Does anyone?
Yeah, nobody has any idea.
So,
No.
hey guys,
Isn't that just Florida, the state of insanity? Sorry.
Valid.
Okay. Alright.
Me too.
So, this game that we're playing tonight is approximately 6 to 8 months in the future from where you are right now in the current campaign.
Cool.
This is not congruent with the main timeline, so anything that happened last session is not directly affecting what's happening right now. Your level is ambiguous. Don't worry about it. What is currently happening in the world is that you are getting pretty close to what would feel like the end of what you're trying to do here with the Rift. It has been several slow and very, not tedious exactly, but rather painful months trying to get through it all. Winter has come, and the average atmosphere on any given day is a sort of cloudy, overcast, not really precipitating that much, just sort of gloomy almost every day. That's what happens in winter, it would seem. Even though this year seems to be gloomier than normal. You don't get a day with sun for 2 weeks easily.
So what you're saying is it's Michigan.
Jesus.
Yep.
Alright then. It is the winter solstice. Normally, at this time of year, all of you would be doing your ordinary winter solstice, either celebrations or traditions or what have you, in your various hometowns, but instead, here it is empty and cold because the city is still evacuated. There is no one here except you, the scientists, and the few people you've gathered up throughout your journeys. Lorelai has noticed that you all seem to be pretty down, which is understandable given the state of things and the general atmosphere. And she has told you that she would like to give you something, which is generally a solstice tradition, but what she wants you to do is fetch some things for her. And then she says she's got a surprise for you. So, what she's going to have you do, you guys, you're all together in the dome after a rather meager breakfast. It's about mid-morning. The sky looks, as always, overcast, though it might snow later. You're not sure. Lorelai is here, and she is telling you that what she wants for you to do. She's got a surprise. It's a great surprise. You're probably gonna love it. Probably. Almost certainly gonna love it. But what she needs you to do is go around and get objects from around the city. She needs some of those.
Going on a scavenger hunt?
Any kind of
Specific
object?
objects, or?
Well, not exactly. Just anything that can directly sort of be linked to a certain location is pretty much all we really need. I need something from each compass point of the dome. I need something from the north, south, east, west. You know how that goes. I need something from the airport. I need something from the town square. And then I need the town hall, the library, the temple, and the spring. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot of places. But I promise you it's going to be worth it.
Okay, you are going to have to say those places again.
It's okay. I wrote them in the chat.
I just saw it. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to say, why don't you write them in chat? And there it is.
Don't worry, I know you guys.
Misa is bundled up in as many layers as she can possibly be.
Thank you. Yeah.
She's in a
welcome.
like a noodle sweater.
Noodle sweater.
Noodle
Aw.
sweater. I mean, you do have all.
I
You're
love
wearing
that.
at least something made by Mir, probably. Mir's bundling you all up.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
got.
I'm definitely.
As a Snurson, she kind of needs these layers.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are used to the warmer airs of your home and the warmer airs of Serpent Home itself. Here it is actually pretty cold. You notice a lot of the scientists are also layered up.
Yeah, I'm definitely wearing, like, I have this thing that Mir gave me, like, pretty early in the campaign. This cute little shawl thing. Probably wearing that.
Okay.
It looks like
But,
autumn leaves, all made of little crochet stitches.
Yes.
But, like, other than that, I'm pretty good, though.
Is tonight the celebration or whatever?
Tonight
Or-
is the solstice night. It's going to be the longest night. It's about mid-morning right now.
Cool. Okay. So
Alright.
we wanted to head to the airport.
Airport first?
Onward.
Airport first, I guess.
What Lorelai tells you is, you don't have to get like a specific object. It just has to be an object that you can take and carry. Hopefully not something that's like integral to the area, but something that is evocative of the area. Something that could be used as an anchor point for like a spell or something, maybe.
Okay.
So that's what you're looking
Cool.
for. As of late, the Rift has done less of its switching to other planes, so you don't really have to worry that much about creatures roaming the city. It's a
Yeah.
pretty uneventful journey to get to the airport. As always, you do have to get up there. I don't think you guys broke the elevator, so you should be able to get up pretty easily.
Yet.
Remember
We
when
didn't
that,
break
like,
that
2 years ago?
elevator.
Don't break that elevator, you broke a different one. In the airport? Yeah, it's an airship airport.
You know, it just be like
And
that
Mir is
sometimes.
very, very sorry.
I'm going to assume that the elevator can hold the big Snurson, who's just
yeah.
hulking in her sweater.
Modification.
We'll take the freight elevator or wherever they.
Yeah, it's an
Move
elevator.
people
It's
off the
designed to
block.
carry cargo up. You're fine.
Hey,
Cargo.
Cargo and like
or cargo, too.
like boxes of ores and stuff. It can carry a snake person.
Yeah,
Big
okay,
Snurson.
she's good. She's just hulking in her sweater, arms in like folded into her sleeves, just going.
I'm guessing you're not in the armor.
No,
Don't
no,
need to
no.
be.
I will hold like a small ball of fire. Like I have
Aw.
produced flame cantrip.
Mhm.
I'll hold like a ball of fire next to her. Just be
Hess
like
is there as
half
well.
warm.
Not cool with that.
Point of order: is Dix with you?
Oh boy, probably. If this is
At
just
this
like a
point-
cute little fetch quest, I feel like she would be.
Okay, he's
Nick,
definitely like the size of a
he-
horse at this point.
I love him.
Another question
big
at this
boy.
point: what do you think we would have advanced enough at this point that Mir has the magic item she's always wanted, the fisherman's blanket?
Oh my god.
Yes.
It is
That's so
slightly
good.
warm.
Mm-hmm.
I will wrap this around
That's-
whoever's coldest.
Hey, I went topless into the plane of ice. I'm fine.
Mir has made
You're
you.
not even wrong though.
You're not.
JD
Here's-
has a
This is
valid
what I'm
question.
picturing. Oh. What I'm picturing is like Mir has made you a sweater, but it's a crop top sweater.
Jeez,
Oh
I'm
my God.
90%
Yes!
certain that Falk
Oh my
said
God.
that Nyx was horse-sized. I know.
Yes.
Yes.
He is the size of a horse.
So
He
big.
big boy.
He big.
Him big boy.
You could
Him
ride
my
him.
son.
A good child.
I love him.
He is a good boy.
I get that you're excited about the crop top sweater, but I did finally answer your question, even though I'd answered it already.
You.
Jesus. All right. Yeah. Most of you can. Yeah, you can all help. Nyx, despite being very large, is pretty light because drakes do fly. So,
Yeah.
the heaviest of all of you is Misa, and the elevator can handle all of it. So you get up into the airport. It is, as always, empty. There is still a little bit of disaster left over from when you burnt down one of the terminals.
What are you guys doing? Oh
I was
yeah.
not there for this. I would like it to be known that I was not there for this.
Nyx is a drake. It's a subspecies of.
I want to go on the
like a
record with
dragon,
that.
but not quite. Yeah.
I
so that
was
one's-
present, but I was not the one who set it on. Or
Yeah,
was
no,
I?
that was Minato.
Okay, yeah, I thought.
That explains a lot,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah, that does explain a lot, actually.
Yeah. That one is still
I remember
kind of
we made Noodle bigger.
Mhm.
I love him. I love him.
Okay.
So what do you want to
What
take
are we
from the
gonna
airport?
take?
Has to be
I mean,
something
like-
that is indicative of the airport. Something where you can look at it and go, ah, yes, airport.
Does the airport
there
have
a-
a gift shop?
Yeah, that was
Were you both gonna say that?
great minds think
Yeah.
alike. Yes.
Thanks, mind
Okay,
alike.
You could
yes.
break into someone's office, though.
It does. Saintshaven is a pretty large-sized town. And, like, you know how airports have, like, those, like, restaurants in them and, like, for some reason, every airport ever has, like, multiple suit shops. Yeah, those are in there.
Yeah.
I don't know why they have suit shops. They just do.
Probably
Dude,
for like
okay,
people
okay,
who fly
okay.
for business.
Okay. Most important question here.
Hmm.
Does the airport gift shop have those neck pillows?
Mhm.
Because
yeah.
if so, yes, that's what we should get. Because that is the most airport thing to ever airport.
True.
I mean, you're right.
You can find
but
like peanuts, like one of those little bags of peanuts,
those are on the planes, though.
but it's like indicative of an
Well, I
airport,
think-
right?
Let's break into
This,
a plane.
this
and
air,
pick it up.
True.
shop.
I mean,
Let's
nobody-
break
I
into
think
a
it's
plane.
I think it's airships in this one, not
Mhm.
planes.
It is a
Close
ship.
enough.
Airships, sorry.
That is
I'm
why
But
sure
do they
don't
still
airships
have the little
have,
peanut
like-
bag?
Let's
Yeah.
break into one anyway.
Let's
So the
steal
thing-
a
so-
bag.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of information here. What you're looking for is not something that says, yes, airplane slash airship slash airport. It is this specific airport.
Do they have any sort of postcards or
yes,
souvenir
airport
thing?
Is there a sign we can steal?
I love how that's instantly where you go with this.
I mean,
Yes. Like a carryable
Yeah.
sign.
yeah,
like
there
that.
are. There are definitely sign like terminal directional signs pointing you which direction, and like the
I love
name
that
of
we
like
can just-
Saintshaven
Yeah.
Airport on the wall.
Hessa
And if
immediately
there-
runs
if
up
there-
to that and
Yes.
starts trying to take it off the wall.
Okay, so
We're absolutely getting one of those.
are you going for the
Either-
terminal direction signs or for the Saintshaven Airport? Because the Saintshaven Airport thing is like it's like each letter is separately on the wall.
Misa
What's the
is
most
going to
important-
take.
Oh,
Misa,
thanks.
are there like hanging pointed signs
Yeah.
on the ceilings?
Those are the terminal
Can
signs.
Misa take one of those?
Oh god.
How many
He's
I
how many
big enough
people
will,
can
I will
fit it down?
assist in this venture.
It is chained to
I
the
will
ceiling.
Listen, I can fly. I have some
I
destructive
scale the wall?
spells. It's
You're
fine.
gonna use another destructive. You're gonna tear this airport to pieces.
Either way,
Misa can help.
Listen, listen.
Misa, if anyone has any good sleight of hand skills, Misa can just sort of lift them up there like Lion
Yes.
King.
I don't
Wait.
need to be lifted.
That's true. Misa's
okay,
fair
so
call.
what is this?
I don't need to be lifted either. I can fly.
Question.
like,
What
just-
is hanging from the ceiling? What is
Does
it?
anybody have bolt cutters?
No.
What is hanging from the ceiling? Hey, I have my sword.
I'll just fly up there with bolt cutters. It's fine.
I have my
I
sword
mean,
which cuts through
I
anything.
know I have
Mhm.
some sort of mining tools in the bag of holding, but in character, I'm like, can we maybe get something
I have a
that's
sword that
less-
can cut
Okay.
through anything.
Wait, could I lift Hess up there then with her
Yes.
with her antimatter rapier?
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I'll carry
I could.
you, cause like, yeah. So then I would do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me use my lightsaber. This is
Perfect.
gonna be the first
Your
time.
dark
I've used
saber?
it. I hope you all know this.
You're
You
the first time you've used it successfully.
The rapier has a
Flicker.
name.
Flicker.
Yes,
Flicker.
Flicker
sorry.
the dark saber.
Mirror, by the way, is just continuing to make fretting noises and like, no, I don't.
So you're going for the terminal direction sign? Okay, I do want to say,
Yes,
the
JD.
terminal direction signs are like 12 feet long.
It's fine.
Misa will be underneath here to catch it.
I will
She's good
cast
enough.
Bull Strength on somebody if they can, like, catch it.
Okay.
And
This
then
is
they can carry it, and it'll be fine, because Bull Strength doubles your carrying capacity.
I
It's
love
fine.
everything about this plan.
I just wanted to say it was a little unwieldy.
Nothing will possibly go, nothing can possibly go.
You had to say it.
Ooh.
So make 2 attacks on the chains that are holding this thing to the ceiling.
Okay.
Thank you for inviting Murphy into this equation.
You're welcome!
23 is the first one.
Sure.
Mira's like
26
watching
is the
through.
Okay.
Mira has like her hands over her eyes and is watching between her fingers. Like she doesn't want to look, but she can't not look.
I am
Alright.
overjoyed.
It's just carrying Hessa.
Yes.
And needs to
Misa
make a
is
strength
under
check,
this
by the way.
patch.
Make a strength check. Okay, give me a second. It's my strength, like 4. Heck. So that would be a +2. Once I can find my dice box. Where'd I put it? Big heck.
Language.
I'm sorry.
This is a good Christian D&D game.
We say celebrating distinctly the solstice. There it is.
Distinctly not Christmas.
Is there like a in this like universe? Is there a Santa analog?
Absolutely fucking not. Perish.
Alright, my strength check came out to 11.
I mean, yeah, that's all right. Tessa's attacks. You kind of haul Hessa up. The main problem that you're finding is that it's hard to like hover next to the ceiling because you have to put your wings up, but then there's the ceiling there, so you're like have to like hold Hessa up, and it's kind of really awkward. But Hessa, you managed to activate Flicker and make 2 quick slashes, and the chains that hold the sign that says Terminal 1 and that has an arrow pointing to the burned out one. They
So they won't need this one anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
They're
fine.
gonna have to
You're
refit
assuming-
this one, it's fine.
You're assuming that they weren't going to rebuild it, but alright.
Nobody
like,
lives
they can
here
just-
right
it'll
now.
just be
It's
part
fine.
of the rebuilding. We'll be replacing the sign.
Sure.
I mean, depending on what the sign's being used
We're just
for,
adding
it's
to
still
the
back up.
costs.
Okay. The sign, the chins, sort of, the places you hit with Flicker disintegrate, and it goes crashing to the floor. It is in
Misa's
one piece, so...
Misa wanted to try to catch it before it.
Oh, you catch it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, I have to Google something.
Oh gosh.
She is
Terminal
big and
velocity
has
of
good strength, and
How much
pretty
does
okay
an airport
dex.
terminal sign weigh?
Oh no.
Jesus. Like I said, I
Absolutely no
probably
way I'm gonna find this information.
Well, if it's
But,
like
like
12
I
feet
said-
long, it's probably fairly hefty, unless
let's
it's
call
not
it,
really
like,
thick.
Let's call it like...
pretty chunky.
It probably weighs about as much as a door, too.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It weighs about as much as a door. I don't think that's beyond your carrying capacity as a giant snake person, though.
No. Who one-hands a
giant
halberd.
nurse and paladin.
That's valid. Alright, yeah, you just grab that shit. You catch it.
Misa does
Dope
like a
as
little
heck.
twirl with it, just sort of like sign dancing, and then keeps going.
Alright, we get it, you were in color guard.
Jesus. God. Alright. Okay, you have the airport sign that you needed.
Nice.
You have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more.
We got this.
Where to next?
That's up to you.
Canada.
You're currently working in quotation marks.
That's a good ass question.
Town
What
is
else?
What's the closest one?
You can keep carrying the sign
Yeah.
around if you want.
What's the next
probably-
closest location?
That would probably be the northernmost compass point for the dome.
Let's do that.
Alright, lit.
Here's a question: Would the giant airport sign, is it too large to fit into the bag of holding,
Yes.
like the opening?
Yes.
Darn.
God.
It's too large.
Misa's just sort of carrying it. It's fine.
Two.
She has it over her shoulder. It's fine. She's good.
You're large and strong enough for that.
This is fine.
To the north we go.
That'll be interesting. For the compass points, they're slightly different from the location anchors, because they just have to be from as far north as you can get within the dome. That's what Lorelai told you. So it doesn't have to be anything specific. It doesn't have to be anything indicative. It just has to be like a rock or something. Interestingly, however, the northernmost compass point of the dome is at one of the higher elevation, like, peaks surrounding Saintshaven Valley. So it's pretty far up there.
A bottle of snow. That
We'll
melts
run
as soon
up.
as
Like,
you get anywhere.
Is there any, like, are there any trees in the area?
No, this is the interior of the valley. The north heads,
Okay.
the north faces inwards towards the Kaival Reach Mountains, and
Right.
it is almost a sheer slope.
Alright. Is there a rock we can find?
Yeah, but you're gonna have
It's
to
gotta
fly
be
up
a
there and get it.
cool rock.
I do it. Bet.
Okay,
Grab a cool rock.
just you?
Probably, unless somebody wants to join me. Like, has any particular desire to figure out how to do that.
I think the only way that would be possible if if
Snort
Misa
has no
eats
feet.
someone up there, and I don't think she wants to do that with the sign that she's carrying.
Yes, you should totally
Uh,
meet someone.
She's not going to
Question.
catapult anyone up there.
Yeah.
Question: Can Nyx fly?
Yes.
Carry Mir.
Oh, yes.
Oh dear.
Yes.
I think
I
you
will
need to
ride
Omir.
Nyx,
Animal handling
Riding
check.
your mighty.
a valiant steed.
Animal handling check.
Oh no.
Can I assist?
How?
Using speak with animals to talk to the boy.
Okay.
And just being like, hey bud, you want to help us out a little bit?
Yeah.
You want to let, if you let Mir climb up on your back and we can fly up here and get a thing for us. You good with that, bud?
Yeah. Yeah.
I give
Yeah,
him, I give him a
okay.
little like, I give him a little scratch like behind his jaw or somewhere that he likes to be scratched. You're a good boy, Nyx.
You. I know.
Love you, buddy.
Remind me,
I
is
know.
animal handling is wisdom in this edition, right?
Yes.
As I recall.
I don't know, I just work here.
That is a natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
damn.
I look majestic as we fly.
Yeah.
I love this little boy.
I do not know if at this point you have a saddle for him or not. I don't think you do.
You're
Well, if he's
holding
the
on
size of a
fine.
horse at this point, we would probably have.
Probably have made
Put
one.
it this way. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
you
it-
can let
put it
harness
this
for
way,
him
if Mir,
as his baby
if
version.
Mir has would have had the opportunity by this point, she would.
Okay. Yeah, you probably have a saddle for him at this point then. Yeah, alright. You climb on up, and then the two of you head upwards. Nyx, at this point, is very large. He's larger than a horse.
love
His
him.
wings are very big and beautiful. He is very good at flying.
I love him.
You
I
feel
love him
perfectly
so
confident.
much.
The two of
I
you
love
fly
him so
up
much.
to the mountain peak. It is pretty solid rock. You can see where actually bolted into the stone at the north corner of the dome, or the north point of the dome, is one of the, like, very, very sort of sleek-looking spikes that designates where the edge of the dome is, and you can see that the magic is actually passing through this spike as an anchor point for the dome itself. The rock here is very, very slick, clean, and not fragmented at all.
What level is the spell like stone shape?
Oh, fuck,
I'm trying to figure it out.
Mir already has it. Yeah, Mir has it.
Okay, then I probably would have it too.
Okay.
So one of us can use that to carve out a little bit of like rock.
Okay. Sure, yeah.
So yeah, we just get like a little round bit of like, I don't know, the size of 2 palms.
Sure, that'll
Little bit of rock. Yeah.
Absolutely. You grab yourself some rock and you can, and you can fly down if you'd like.
Yup. That sounds like a plan.
Alright, no
Sounds
problem.
good.
Where will you go next? Let me mark that down as complete.
I'd say probably at some point we should drop some of the stuff off at the scientist camp, and then, but like, which would be closer, like the next destination or the scientist camp? Is there another spot that's on the list that's closer than the scientist camp to the North Pole? Not pole, but like, you know what I mean.
Yes, hold on one moment.
The northern anchor.
Northern anchor point, yes. Oh man. From where you are... No, not particularly. The best idea is probably the closest place is the scientist camp, and then from there, the closest places to scientist camp would be the town hall, the library, the temple, and central town square. The further locations would be the other 3 compass points of the dome and the spring.
I mean, I figure probably one of the closer ones would be the good idea.
So we drop stuff off and then go to one of the closer ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How long
Also,
does
I
Sweet
want
Labels
everyone
last,
to-
by the way?
All day.
Sweet.
That would be
Forever.
I want everyone to know that this
Mir,
entire
by the
time-
way, gives Nix a scritch behind the ears and tells him he's a very good one.
He's the best boy. He's the best boy. I love him.
Thank you.
This entire time, Misa has
He's
had
the best
a...
quadrupedal boy.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you too, Nix.
Aw, what a good child.
He's so good. He's so good.
But yeah, this entire time,
so
Misa
I love
Yeah.
you too, and you let me know if you are cold. I have blankets.
Okay, I'm okay.
I give him a big smooch on the forehead because he deserves it.
Thank you.
I love him.
This entire time, Misa has had a sort of sack, like a small bag that she's been carrying this entire time.
Okay.
Just for she hasn't said what's in it yet, but
Okay.
she keeps it very close, and seems very excited compared to most days.
Okay. Don't worry, we'll get there, Alpha. Yeah. Alright. So, you head back to the scientist camp?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
You head back to the scientist camp. They seem to be, moving some stuff around. There's a sort of central tent that's being put up in the center of Dome. But you are not allowed inside. You try to get, one of you tries to get in, and one of the Ryans stops you. He goes, no, I mean, sorry, you can't see yet. Sorry.
Okay.
I get real bouncy and probably.
Is it a
I
surprise?
sneak in through the back.
Listen, no, stop
I
it,
wanna-
stop it. Stop
I
it.
want it
Misa-
so bad.
Not allowed.
Misa
Lorelai
gently
said-
lays this. Misa gently lays the sign at the Ryan's feet.
Hey guys,
Oh, sweet. Thanks.
Oh gosh.
it's just polite to let them do.
We hand him the rock as well.
Okay, where's this from?
North.
North. North.
Okay, he pulls
North.
a Sharpie out of
North.
his black coat pocket and writes an N
The
on
north sort of, yeah.
I steal a Sharpie and write a smiley face on it.
Yes.
Sleight of hand?
No, give it a smiley face so it can be a pet rock.
Yes! 35.
Do we
sorry.
have any Google
No,
eyes?
25.
Where's my dice? Hold on, I don't have my dice with me. So I didn't expect I'd be rolling.
No plan survives
I-
contact with the players.
I
No, it's
just
fine,
wanted
I'll
to
go
write a
get them.
smiley face. I just needed to draw a smiley face. I can roll for you.
No.
Got dice.
Big surprise, he doesn't fucking see it. He doesn't notice somehow as you take the pen out of his hand.
Somebody else is talking to him at the time.
Probably 10.
Probably.
I would never. Oh wait, yes. I would.
Convincing.
Like, 5 different things are happening right now. Temp's trying to sneak in the back of this tent,
Hey.
and like,
No,
somebody
I
just.
announced I'm gonna sneak in the back.
No. No,
Yeah.
you're not.
No.
You can, where's my pen go?
As he's
It
telling
prob-
you, as he's telling you, no, you should not. Wait, what?
Oh. Guys, please, come on.
Oh, sorry. I snuck the pen into the back of the tent.
No, guys. Come on, man, don't
I'm-
ruin the surprise.
I'm just
just
sitting here
trying to-
bouncing on the balls of my feet. Like, I'm very excited.
Okay, thank you for you being very polite now and not messing things up like everyone else here is. Go get some more anchors, okay?
Yeah.
Who has my pen?
Oh, here we go.
Thank you.
Wait, what was the sleight of hand roll earlier?
Fucking 35.
25.
Oh,
sorry.
25, still good enough.
Yeah.
Still high, too high for me to see it.
Too high for everybody to see it.
Yeah, Jesus.
The sneakiest.
Alright, you leave the rock and the sign with the scientists.
Ryan.
With Ryan.
With
One-
the Ryan.
One of the Ryans, there's 2.
Yep.
And Dwayne.
So many Ryans.
Sounds about right.
Why is there a surprise going on tonight?
Listen, don't worry about
The
it.
solstice?
It's the solstice.
Yes. Why are we doing things?
Because it's a
Because it's the
holiday.
solstice.
Solstice?
It's the longest night of the year. After this, the days start getting longer again.
Well, yes, I
Specifically
know
fucked with the
that.
players a
Why?
little bit,
Why are we doing things? Isn't this?
so-
Misa just sort of pats her head and says, "Don't worry about it. It's okay."
Don't worry about it. It's fantasy Christmas.
There are
But
traditions
It
and
sure isn't.
celebrations.
but won't you go missing?
What?
Only if you get like really, really hammered.
People get stolen during the solstice. Solstice. You know? Yes.
No?
No.
Misa nods and says, "But we are fine here. We are safe."
There's
What-
like
what?
Not a thing.
What?
there's lights and pretty trees. Gifts.
Misa just goes, "Hessa, it is okay. We are safe here. It will not happen."
Do I need to get the police?
Is this a thing you are normally concerned about?
Maybe.
Do I need to get all the police?
It's
We
fine.
are the police.
No, we're not. I'm not
We're
a police officer.
I hope
almost
we're not
the
the police.
We are almost the police.
We don't need
We
to
are
be
so
the
very
police.
much not.
We are
Yeah,
better
we
than
are
the
so
police.
very much not.
I
We
fear
literally
for
just
justice.
vandalized an airport.
Yes,
We are not the police.
We should not be the police.
we are the
You are
opposite
not.
of the police.
Listen, we're better than the police. We actually solve people's problems.
We're only Leo, we're technically the police, and they're not doing shit.
So, what was this about being stolen? What is this a thing you normally have to worry about
Yeah.
in Super Home?
It
I
must
don't
be
like
a
that.
cultural difference. It's fine.
It is. Things
I don't
happen.
like
It's
this.
okay. We are safe here. This is fine. Nothing will happen here.
Do you want a hug?
I feel like I have to stab somebody.
Always.
No, not a hug then. Okay.
Always hugs.
Will I get stabbed if I try to give you a hug?
No.
These are 2 different people talking, so.
Okay. I couldn't tell.
Are we going? We need to grab more things.
We do.
As you begin to walk to your next location, where are you heading? Town Square, City Hall, Library, Temple?
Which one would be closest to scientist camp?
Probably the library.
Alright, library it is.
As you begin to walk there, for the first time in several weeks, the weather changes ever so slightly, and what it does is it very, very, very gently begins to snow.
Misa retreats into her sweater.
Like a
I try to
turtle in
catch
a
snowflake.
shell.
I try to catch snowflakes on my tongue.
Roll a dexterity check.
Misa just sort of
Because that's my best skill.
Misa just sort of takes her arms into her sweater so that you can't see her hands anymore.
Valid.
She's just
Where
like,
did my dice go?
I ate them.
I don't
I
think that's
remember when I
true.
was
There they
really
be.
They were
What did-
crunchy.
Crunch. Oh, I need to send the chat the pic. I need to send the chat the pic of the dice that I bought from my other DM.
Well,
Oh, well, that's a not natural one.
Woo!
you don't think you got any snowflakes, unfortunately.
Rip.
That's a good roll.
I probably fall on my face in the process.
You didn't get an actual one,
Probably.
you're fine.
Mira tells you that when I was really little at the temple, a couple of the other kids would tell me that the snow assumes dandruff.
What's in them?
I stopped trying
That's-
to. I stopped
That's
trying to
disgusting.
what's a
Thank
temple?
you. Thank
They
you
were,
for
to
that
be fair.
information.
That is disgusting, and I'm going to pretend I've never heard that before in my life.
That is
To
beautiful.
be fair, they were fine. You know,
That's horrible.
That's beautiful.
I need to send you my other. I'm showing. Speaking of crunchy dice.
oh dear.
Thank you, Nove.
No, they're Tide Pods. JD,
Oh my
they are
God.
Tide Pod
Yeah.
dice.
Is this normal, by the way?
Is the snow?
Yes.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
the area,
This
generally.
happens.
It's okay, yeah,
Oh,
it
so-
generally snows. It's actually kind of
You
odd
know-
that it hasn't snowed a lot lately.
Like, do you guys get rain?
Yes.
So-
Lots of that.
When the rain gets very, very cold, it freezes and it can become snow. So, like, here, if you hold some snow, you'll see it melts and it's water.
Misa just sort of
It's not actually assumes dandruff.
Misa just sort of, as much as a snake can grimace, she grimaces and says, "I was not built for cold."
Did I mention?
I give her paps with my warm hands.
The entire set. Wow, okay.
Yeah, not just the D20, not just one die, the whole set, immediately.
God bless. I would have only done one. She's got dedication.
Yup.
So, you're heading to the
that's
library.
A level of dedication.
Yep.
Library! I
Library.
have a book to return.
Alright. So, you head through the city streets. The very, very, very faint little flakes of snow are beginning to sort of drift around. It's not really, like, falling. It's just kind of... They're whirling about in the wind. There's not very many. Barely enough to notice that it's snowing.
Occasionally I'll just like flick a wing out and just like shift the wind with my enormous wing just to see them like swirl off in different directions.
Yeah.
Tessa
okay.
is trying to catch as many as she can.
What, like, in your hands, on
Just
your tongue?
catch them. In her hands. Just
Roll a
trying.
dexterity check.
Victory. Oh gosh. 13.
You make some spirited jumps for him, but the wind is extremely swift when it moves these things around in ways you don't expect. It's just very hard to grab them. It's like trying to catch dust. It's a little difficult.
Worth it.
You do snatch one or two, and as soon as you get them in your hands, they melt.
Magical.
See? It's water. It's not actually dandruff, I promise.
Frozen
That
water.
was just the kids at my temple. Anyway,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because Misa is technically cold-blooded, would the snow just be sort of gathering on her without melting?
I considered this about 13 seconds ago, and humanoid Yuan-Ti are definitely warm-blooded. I do not know if Misa is warm-blooded or cold-blooded. I'm gonna let you decide on that.
I mean, considering she's hulking in the biggest sweater she could possibly find, I like the meme about her being cold-blooded, so she's just slowly becoming a mountain of snow.
Okay, yeah, you're cold-blooded. The
Here-
doesn't do a whole lot to you then.
Mir
Yeah,
will
no,
help
she's slow.
dust you off occasionally.
She's
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting quite chilly.
Oh, if I have the fisherman's blanket, that actually it literally just remains slightly warm as a magical effect.
Fancy.
It does. It is always dry and warm, no matter what.
That's why I want it so much.
You continue.
both
on.
in game and in real life.
God,
I mean,
that's
big
just
move,
electric blanket.
though.
Yeah, but
Except, like,
Fire
also
electricity.
magically dry.
Yeah, nothing I can do about that.
Electric blankets can get wet,
Okay.
but, like...
but yeah,
Well, we can all
I
dream,
will wrap
JD.
JD, please give it to me.
around Misa so that he does not get cold. Oh jeez.
Misa gives a very appreciative pat.
All right. Can we focus?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll
Moving
try.
right along.
Moving
We'll
along.
attempt.
You head through the streets, through the beginnings of the snow, to the library. It is a place that Hessa and Zachary, you have frequented quite a bit. Mir, you've been there several times as well. Everybody else does not have that much experience with the library. It is a large building with these big columns leading up into it. There's steps and there's the columns and then there's the doorway hidden underneath this overhang of stone. What are you planning to take from the library?
I mean, the obvious answer is a book.
So we take something that's not a book.
Is there a
Yes.
sign?
Is there a sign?
Are there like?
We take
are there,
one of
like,
those-
Just
We take
There
one
are
of those wall signs. We take one of those wall signs that has, like, the Dewey Decimal System written on it.
Actually, I was wondering, are there like well, are there library cards that you can take that
break
wouldn't
into
destroy the
secret
building?
archives.
It's something that won't fuck up the building like
Yeah,
we've
because
been doing.
Yeah,
The
Mir,
sign-
by the way,
the quote
Here-
sign unquote on the library, it says public library, or the words chiseled into the stone of the library.
Let's take the wall.
Mir,
No!
Mir, by the way, as soon as you mentioned, oh, we should take a sign, she's like, no, not the library.
Hessa already has her sword out, and then she slowly
No.
lowers it.
Slowly puts it away.
You
she looks
head
very-
into the library. Within, you're looking for, let's see, what somebody said, library cards?
Yes, I mean someone
Yeah.
will look for something
Yeah, or, like, the
that won't really go.
the checkout cards.
Yeah, something
like
that won't damage the building and something that's replaceable.
Gotta take
All
all
right,
the
so
fun
you head
out
on
of
in,
it.
and there's a sort of an atrium, and there's a checkout desk, and you can see various places where the hallway is spread out from this central area. You can see staircases leading up towards the second floor of the library in the back of the atrium. You check out the checkout desk, and
Check out the checkout desk.
yeah, sorry.
Hey.
You head
It'd
on
be
over.
like that.
It is warm and it is very, very quiet here. Outside you can hear still the occasional bird calls. There's a lot of birds now in this city, so you can hear them pretty much everywhere. Now there's not a lot of people, but they're muted because they're outdoors. Except one sparrow,
Mir.
which is caught inside, because that always happens.
Always.
Mir will, she opens her bag of holding, you just dump a few books into the book return thing.
Very, very carefully,
I may have
discreetly.
been, I may have been checking you out. She's also gonna be preoccupied trying to get the sparrow out. Or
Oh.
run the
I mean,
warm
it's
or
way
something
up
like-
there.
I am halfway considering using Speak with Animals to get the sparrow to guide the sparrow out of the library.
If she can't get it out, she will leave it some food at least.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that now.
Players. Unbelievable.
That's
Okay.
happening.
Okay.
Any
We stuck,
like
bird friend.
any like nice? What does the library look like inside?
Library.
It is, there's
A library.
columns in the corners supporting it. The central chamber has a glass roof that allows light to flow down into the atrium. There are a couple of rather decrepit looking potted plants. They're not looking so hot. Unless, actually, no, they're alright. They look okay.
I feel like it would also almost.
I feel
I
like
don't know
one of
how well
us would be.
I don't know how.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know how good she'd be at it in terms of caring for the plants, but I feel like if Mir came here to read, which she does like the library, would also water the plants.
Yeah, as would be
Somebody's
who has been
watering
doing
them.
this. So yeah, there's some nice potted plants, and then there's a reading room off to your right, which is towards the east. There is the staircase leading up to the second floor in the north wing of the library, and then behind the checkout desk to the west, you can see two sort of archways that lead behind where the wall with the checkout desk is and behind it into another wing of library with bookshelves and stuff.
Mir tells you all that if you hurt the library, she will never forgive you.
Misa very delicately looks for a library card or a checkout card.
Sure, you look over the checkout desk, roll investigation. See what you find.
Let's see. Okay. That's a non-natural 20.
Damn.
Oh snap!
You find the overdue stamp with the library's name on it.
Yes,
Perfect.
we need it.
Misa delicately picks that up and just sort of puts it in a pocket. Probably
That'll
on
work.
Probably on the satchel.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely. And yes, babe, I would
Cool.
put dice in my mouth. I have before.
Mir, by the way, has paused the checkout counter like, do you think I need to pay for the fact books are overdue?
I don't
Yes.
think anyone cares.
No.
You could probably steal books and nobody would notice.
No!
I mean, I
don't
don't feel like
care
that's
for
a good
library.
idea.
No, that would be very rude to the library.
I mean, yes.
You should leave things for the library. People like to come to the library to learn and to read things and to avoid people who make fun of their funny voice.
True.
Not that I have
Indeed.
experience with that.
Sensing some salty.
Moving right along.
We're all learning stuff about each other.
Yep.
Where to
What?
next?
What's the next closest place?
Next
Yup.
place. Let me mark this one. Either the town hall or the central town square.
Town hall. Let's steal a sign.
Which one's? Yeah.
Okay. You head to the town hall?
Is there a sign?
Town hall, Misa immediately goes looking for stamp.
Yeah. Town hall is actually like right near the library, in the same sort of plaza area. So, you step on in. Jeez, hold on, choking on rice.
Don't die.
Oh no.
Oh no!
We have no more DM.
Oh no.
Darn.
We're all level
Hey.
20 now.
If the DM dies, we're
No.
legally allowed
Guys,
to
we're
level us.
legally allowed to finish the campaign.
Yes.
We're legally allowed to level
Yes,
ourselves
because
up.
no one in this world knows as many things about this campaign and knows all the secrets like I do, so the campaign will have to be over.
Yeah.
I mean, valid.
True.
Alright,
I'm very.
Is there a sign?
is there a sign? No, again, the words town hall are chiseled into the overhang of the stone.
Again, Hessa has her sword out already.
Misa just sort of picks Hessa up and just levels her eye to eye and says, "Stop."
It's like that. It's like that picture of like the tall girl holding the small girl, like basically up against a wall, and the smaller girl just looks like with this look of absolute shock and somewhat fear on her face. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. Don't lie.
I just
Very true.
I do not, but I just was reading through the chat and I got to JD's comment about duty free vodka.
What?
Pardon me?
Saying that that's what we should have gotten to the airport.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
vodka.
That is a good point.
Well,
But we
no,
got
it
to
wouldn't
steal a
have been
sign.
indicative of the airport itself. It would have been indicative of the airship line.
True.
Or the vodka company.
We should steal the gavel, though. Like every gavel
I
Yes!
suppose
That's
this
a good
is also
idea.
courthouse.
of the gavel.
Yeah, probably.
We should
Cool.
steal every gavel.
Where
Should we?
do judges
Yeah.
keep their...
I don't really
Or
feel like we
hide
should.
them. If they have extra, they have to have extras, right? So we could
One would
hide
imagine.
them.
I mean,
join-
that's also assuming that these items are spent when whatever the scientists are doing is done.
Yeah,
We can always
We'll be
return these
fine.
items.
then it'll be
why
fine.
would we
And we can just
return them?
replace it.
Hmm.
I don't know.
We get to keep them, right?
No.
Again, Misa is holding Hessa like a misbehaving cat. And
She's
going,
flailing.
please do not.
Hessa is just
Lifting her up
flailing
by the
around.
scruff of her neck.
She looks very annoyed.
Okay, so are you going to enter this place and look for their gavel?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Whoever wants to do that searching, I'll need an investigation check from you.
I can do it. I have a +7. I will do it. How dare you? I got this. I got this. 22.
Do you, though?
Yeah, I do. 22.
You sure
Yeah.
do.
You enter the building.
Do I get advantage?
Who is somebody assisting you?
Is somebody assisting me? I mean,
I'm
Misa is
like-
carrying me around.
Sakura offered to do it.
Okay.
Sakura also got a 22. You did match.
24. Oh.
Alright. Yeah, you do enter. Sakura is there to help because he knows what a gavel looks like. And you don't.
True.
It is like a
Collectively.
small, very fancy wooden hammer.
Basically. It'll fit in your pocket.
Magic.
You enter the building and find your way through like smaller proceeding rooms to a actual courtroom where you do find under the podium a gavel. It is not marked with the name of the courthouse per se, but it is marked with the judge's initials.
Is that close enough, do you think? Because the judge would only really be here, usually.
You know, there's not exactly traveling judges.
Traveling judges.
Are you
So-
sure?
Hey, I
I feel like the monogrammed gavel would be good enough.
I need
Probably.
you to know, the chat needs you to know that the picture you're referencing they're lesbians. Please understand.
I
Chat.
know. I am aware of that. I am aware of that.
Okay.
I know that they're lesbians, Harold.
Which picture? What?
I still don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know the
Okay,
picture
but-
either, so.
We
Okay,
gotta go
quick
find
question.
this image.
By the chat, do you mean unname?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
I mean, yeah. Obs.
Of course.
Billy got busy and had to leave.
Uh,
We'll be gifted with the
But yes,
picture in a
no,
minute.
I am aware.
Okay. So you now have the monogrammed gavel.
Cool.
Oops.
That'll work.
Town Hall anchor complete. Next closest is probably the temple,
To the temple.
which is, again, this is all in the same sort of zone. They're around
Vicinity.
this central
You should
area.
be very careful what we take from the temple. Just
That means we have to steal the most important item. It's not really
That's
stealing.
not how this works.
Nobody
That
lives
is how
here.
Misa
It'll
the
be
paladin
fine.
Misa the paladin is just going, okay, chill. That's enough.
Mir the cleric ain't too happy about this either, believe me.
Tiska, the daughter of a cleric, is like, that's not a good idea.
Don't worry, guys. We're just borrowing
You're
the
also
items.
a druid,
Well,
and you
they
have a monk in
don't
the party.
know
That's
that.
true. Yeah,
A monk that doesn't know anything about religion anymore.
yeah, a monk that literally gave up his religion proficiency, so like,
Yep.
I don't
JD
think that's
JD, that's a good idea, but we could steal an important item.
No!
No!
I don't know if anyone will let you do that.
Can you stop me?
Misa wants to go in
I
there.
can if
Wait,
I'm, like,
Misa wants to go in there with the cleric and just the two of them.
Okay.
that's fair.
Can I stealth?
Yes.
That's actually fair, JD. That's fair, JD. JD has a point, and I appreciate it.
Also, that is how you
19.
get smoked.
It
By
is.
stealing shit from gods.
19.
It really is.
Smite me, daddy.
Why?
I will specifically note that I did not say that.
I know.
This is not on me for
I'm
one.
sorry.
I feel like it's your
I am
influence.
so sorry.
It's
It
prom.
absolutely is. Listen, Knight left like 2 days ago. I'm still.
Now I have to put up with this shit.
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna blame that on him. And
Poor Knight.
Rest in peace.
No. You cannot say poor Knight in this situation, believe
can't.
me.
You can't.
yeah, he hardcore turned your amazing prank into an
Hey.
absolute weapon. It was great.
Oh, it was the worst.
It was so
I
funny.
hated it.
What's up?
That was fantastic.
It's been forever. Holy shit.
So are we taking the prayer pamphlet, or did we have something else
Prayer with
in
it?
mind?
Misa would absolutely try to take the prayer pamphlets and
That
guides.
would,
Yeah,
that would be good.
they're like 3/4 of a year out of date, but it'll do.
But that's okay. It's
fine.
It's tied to the temple. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's tied
Important
to the location, not the. It's tied to the location in space, not the location in time.
Is there a statue to whatever god is worshipped here?
Oh my
Okay.
god.
No! I will physically restrain Hesse if I have to.
I have a 19. Can you see me?
I will say, you may roll perception to look for Hessa because
Oh.
she's exhibited these tendencies.
Doing
Total of 20.
Oh no!
Ha!
The one time I rolled badly. No.
Mir, you see
it.
Hessa slip into the shadows and attempt to enter the temple.
Mir just walks over and does her. She brings out of the bag for memory her most like terrifying, imposing, like not whatever the celestial family equivalent of a nun is, and goes, "Just what do you think you're doing, young lady?"
She just freezes. I don't know what you're talking about.
I got a 17 on the die, and I have a ridiculous bonus to perception. So yeah, I absolutely saw her.
You also see
And
this.
yeah, so like when Mir's doing her little like celestial family equivalent of a nun thing, I'm standing very imposingly behind her, giving the worst mom glare I can possibly muster.
You were raised by
She
lesbians.
deflates a little bit. She
Double the mom glare.
Yeah.
I'm,
You could
Extra
channel
mom
two mom
glare.
glares into one.
I was just admiring this beautiful temple. I
Yeah,
mean,
okay.
look at that statue. It's
Can I roll
really
to stick
nice.
Hessa under my arm like a football?
You can attempt. Grapple check, please.
How dare you?
Okay. So what would that be? Just like strength?
Yeah.
Plus strength?
Do I need to
19.
roll something?
It's what?
I'll let it
A
happen.
19.
Mm.
A 19.
I'm not sure I can
I
test
won't
this.
contest it. I won't. I'll let it
Okay.
happen. It's fair.
Yeah,
Just
so I'm
picks you up
carrying
and hucks you under one arm.
Tessa just sighs.
Mir begins to give you half a lecture, half a sermon about the gods and their place in our lives and how they respect them, and they will, grant you. I feel like just on and on about it.
Meanwhile,
Is
Louise
there.
fetches the prayer pamphlet.
And tucks that in the same pocket as the card. Or the stamp.
Alright. And you
This is
walk
fair.
out and you see Hessa being held captive under one arm by Tiska. And Mira's just going off. Just going
Mir-
off.
Mir-
This tea is delicious.
Misa just looks Hess in the eyes and says, Azkasha would not be pleased.
Oh,
And keeps walking, just keeps going.
Oh, the low blow.
that was
Dang.
physically painful.
That was
Dang,
an
the
entire shaker of
roast.
salt.
You know how in like
The
anime, the release
roast.
comes out of people's bodies when they die? Like, that's what's happening to Hessa.
Yes. Good.
Good.
Found it, by the way.
This is
Yeah,
thrilling.
there you
Oh
go.
my god.
It's a pretty good image, I gotta say.
It's a quality image.
It really
Hessa
is.
is just trying to live her life, okay?
Misa will reiterate that Azkasha is disappointed as many times as she needs to.
Damn.
Oof.
That's brutal.
That is
The roast is-
rude.
The roast is real.
Yikes. Alright, you move on from the temple. Where to next? Just Central Square? So it's basically already there.
Yeah.
Alright. What do you plan to take from the central town square that's indicative of the square?
Steal a brick.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say, are there any loose bricks in the walkway or anything?
Yeah, I really should have expected
does
that
it-
one, huh?
Does it have like one of those walkways where it's like people, like rich people sponsored the walkway, so then their names are on the bricks?
Yes.
No, it does not.
Is there a fountain?
Is there a fountain? No, actually, the center of the square, is there's a circular patch of dirt, and that's where it's like a big patch of dirt. It's like 10-foot radius patch of dirt, and then the cobblestones begin in a circle and then become normal cobblestones for the rest of the square.
Is it just
Is there normally
dirt?
something? Yeah, I was gonna say, is there normally something growing in there? Or?
Not right now, there isn't.
Dang it.
I say we steal a brick.
I mean, how is that indicative of the town square though? It's a brick.
True.
Better.
Whose perception is?
I think Tiska's.
Yeah.
Like second or third.
Yeah, just give me. You guys do notice that there is a carved pattern on the bricks that surround that circular area.
Alright, brick it is, I guess. Like, is there usually like a garden or something in the dirt? And if so, are there any like little like garden signs in there?
No, it is a bare patch of dirt. You can roll me intelligence check with disadvantage. Temp, you can roll an intelligence check.
Oh yeah, tell the guy with the -2 intelligence modifier to roll intelligence. I see how it is.
Not a hard check, don't worry.
14.
Okay.
9.
Man, you just have a really bad memory, huh, Temp?
Look, numbers are hard.
Numbers are difficult.
Together, the two of you realize, because it takes both of you.
Because we're both absolute morons.
This is where, because it's sort of the center of the town, the temple's right there, a lot of holiday celebrations are held here. You do remember, Tiska, it takes you a couple minutes looking at kind of the area, and you actually like crowd down and look to get a better view of what it was then. This is where they normally have the Solstice tree.
And I bounce up and down really excitedly because I remember that, and like I was like 7 when that
You were
happened.
a little child.
When I was a wee tiny bean,
Yep.
and it was real exciting.
You remember it. It was
Yup.
100,000 feet tall, and
Like,
Oh my god.
and it had
oh my god.
a million
This is a
lights in it,
5-year-old's recollection, of
and
course.
a billion
Yeah.
ornaments.
7-year-old.
I was about to say.
I probably accidentally smacked somebody with a wing.
Oh, probably. Whoever's behind you.
I get real excited.
You remember this. You remember it
Is
pretty
there
clearly.
something? What happened? You are bouncing.
This is where they usually do they have the tree, and I only really got to go once as a kid, but it was great. It was
Tree?
that they had all the lights and the decorations, and it was probably one of the best solstices I've ever been to. Cause like in my hometown, it's a little kind of like in the middle of nowhere. You know, so there wasn't like a whole lot of cool stuff that really went on, especially since a lot of people were jerk.
Oh.
It was really good.
Why do you want
Misa-
to put up a tree?
Misa hums and
Why
says,
not?
I do believe I would like to have seen that. We normally
It
stay
was-
inside. Things hunt on
Me-
solstice.
Mir, by the way, like, Jessica's looking, scoots over to Zakro and is like,
Hey, Zakra. Do you know what she's talking about? Do you know what it would look like? Can you make an image of it?
I know.
Yeah.
That's the DM. Do I know?
That depends. Do Tabaxi have solstice trees?
No.
would he have seen one on his travels at all, or?
Seen one.
Maybe?
There were definitely some window decals of something that looked like that back.
No coherent image. It's like you've only ever seen a clip art of a tree.
Oh, okay.
Kind of hard to recreate the real thing. 2D tree, yeah.
Yeah. 2D tree.
Dude, your audio is shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this year, there is not one.
That's a little sad, but understandable.
The town is empty, no one was here to put it up.
Do we have some sort of magic to, like, just grow a tree?
I mean, I could do.
There might be a, hold on. There may be, maybe somebody already had some ideas about that.
Okay, sorry.
For now, you should get the things that you have back to the scientists. Oh, and steal that brick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we took a brick.
You just rip it out of the ground.
God.
Yeah,
We
it
can
just
tip
kinda-
it out carefully. I have my bag of holding.
Jesus.
They were just left there in the deep parts of the mines when we were in Silverhill. No one was
I mean, I
using
guess.
Oh my god, I guess. Nobody
them.
owns
No,
it.
I have them actually written down. Bag of holding sheets.
Jeebus.
Alright.
Jeepers creepers.
We might damage Book a little trying to get out with a pickaxe, depending on how careful we are, but
Yeah.
probably it's
Keep me far away from this operation. My -2 to Dex.
I would help you guys, but I'm just chilling.
Chilling like a villain. Yeah, you're still probably sitting on.
I'll attempt to get the brick out without damaging things.
Okay. Roll.
I assume I'm rolling some kind of dexterity check.
Yeah. I'll say this is sleight of hand to get it out there without bashing into other bricks or just shattering entirely.
So that's at least a 16. The problem is I don't have my sheet because, as mentioned, my computer is dead.
Fair enough.
Working on that, but I know my dexterity was a 20. So, and I rolled 11, so that's at least a 16. 20 if I have proficiency, which I can't remember whether I do.
I do not remember. But that is good enough. You kind of you sit down on the ground and you pull out that pickaxe. Pickaxe, right?
Yep.
And you don't like hold it from the end. You kind of hold the handle, like the head end of it, and you just like gently take it and like
Just kind of lever around.
you're like
side of
holding
it.
on to the heavy part where the axe meets the handle, and you're just like moving that. But it works. You let the handle sit on the ground and like use it, as a sitting point, and you just bonk around. And you manage to crumple the mortar around it enough that you can sort of wiggle the brick out of place, and you pull it out with a yank, and now you have the brick from the central town square.
Valid. I have to be right back.
Okay. Like,
I have
personally?
to be left back. No,
Okay.
I'm fine.
I'm assuming personally, yeah.
Okay.
What is the next location?
You have 4 places left. The 3 other compass points and the spring.
Which one's closest?
I mean, just by definition, the spring.
Because the compass
I
points
go
are
there, walk
The
around
spring.
3/4 of the town.
Pardon me, Lurker?
Yeah, but then we gotta like just walk in a circle around 3/4 of the town, and it's just
You were gonna have to do that anyway.
I mean, I guess.
True.
to the spring?
Still,
Spring is off to the west, pretty close to the edge of town.
Alright, cool.
Kill 2 stones with 1 bird. Let's go.
There you
I
go.
don't think that's the saying, Temp.
Rock!
I think
Have we,
it is.
have we ever fought stone golems? And has Mir ever bashed them?
Thonk.
Yes!
Hi. Sorry, I had to go rescue my cat.
Oh dear.
Valid enough. Alright, so head west. Through the sort of central of town area. To the west, is where one of the main trade roads that leads along the mountain's edge, heads into the city, and it's also kind of where a lot of the fancy, like, terraced houses are. Over in that area, there's also a very large, and well-flowing natural spring, which a lot of people, consider to be, like, artisan and fancy and stuff. But it's enough of a location that everybody knows where it is. Because it's the only big spring in the area. All of the rest of the water has to come from wells and, I think, like, a couple of small streams.
Question.
Yes.
Is there a sign?
No.
Oh my god.
This has to still be being carried.
Yes.
Probably.
Probably.
Yes.
We could bottle the water.
Yeah, that was my thought.
Yeah, that'd be the easiest way to do it.
We need to draw a fancy label for it.
That was one thing was like, is there some sort of kiosk that is it just readily available, or is this one of those things where they sell the bottled water of the spring?
It's just
Do they?
available. The water itself, is notable for one reason. And that is because, there's a very, 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 very faint, transparent hue to it, and that hue changes with the season.
That's cool as heck. What color is it?
I love it.
It has a very faint blue hue right now, because it's winter.
I love it.
When you
Get out
reach
a
the spring,
vial.
You notice that, from where the water emerges from the stone, there are, trails of ice that drip down the rock around it, surrounding it, and the main pool that it's in, for it becomes a small stream that trickles out downwards towards the town. The main pool, there is ice crusting the edges of it, and in places where the greenery, like the reeds and whatnot, have grown up around it, there's snow collecting on top of the ice. As you've been walking, the snow has strengthened a little bit, so that it's actually, it's less the occasional blowing flake, and now, little gusts of snowflakes that will skid across the ground.
Is the snow packable?
No, not yet. It's not quite collecting.
No. I was wondering if around the spring, if there was enough snow to collect into a snowball.
Not yet.
Darn.
Is
Okay,
there
then
a
I will
gift
just
shop? No gift shop.
I will
no.
just get a vial and collect some water. I'll make sure it's clear vial so you can see the slight hue.
Sure. Yeah, you can. You're a potion maker. You pull out one of your empty vials and scoop up. You reach out over where the ice is and scoop up a little bit. It's very, very cold. And the water within the glass vial that you have is this crystal clear, but it has this tint of blue to it, and it's very pretty.
So now we just
Shiny.
need east, west, and south. Let's do that. What's closest?
West.
To the west.
The dome around Saintshaven actually cuts off part of this terrace neighborhood and leaves a little bit of it outside the dome, which is an interesting choice, but necessary for the integrity of the dome itself. So the westernmost point of the dome is actually in somebody's yard.
Are there people still living, like, in town just outside the dome, or have they,
No,
like,
they
just
left.
left off real far away? Okay.
So there's a house
Hey,
here. Let's steal their mailbox.
No!
God.
I was gonna steal, like, a yard plant.
I
Because that
was
can
gonna say,
go back.
could I make, like, some kind of gathering check to see if there's some sort of unique flower they have in their garden that I
We
could
could steal
take a
their
clipping
mail.
of? No!
Misa looks at Hessa again and says, "Do not make us Kasha even more disappointed than he already is, please."
No,
For
that's
your
a
sake.
lot.
Also,
Why?
I'm fairly certain stealing mail is like a really high level crime.
No
Yeah, that's
one's
like a
here.
federal offense.
There's
I don't
no
know
one
whether they
here.
have the equivalent of federal in Saintshaven, but let's
That's
not.
a felony.
Nobody lives here anymore. It's fine.
No,
They'll want to come back.
they will
That's
return, and all of a sudden they will not have a mailbox.
Well, they won't.
Kind of the point
They
of us
can get a
doing
new
this whole
one.
thing is so that people can come back to their homes
They
and
can
find
get a
them,
new
you know,
mailbox.
With their mailboxes intact.
But
yes,
mailbox.
with their home as they left it.
Does this person have, like, a yard tree or something?
Yes, there are some trees in the yard. The grass is very overgrown at this point. It used to be a lawn, and now it is wildflowers. Though it is winter, so most of them are sort of dampened down and dead.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
We can't steal a mailbox, but an entire tree. Sure.
Some crows
I was
shouting.
thinking maybe-
An entire tree. No, I was planning on taking a branch from a tree, especially if it's like one that's a distinctive species. That's like only in this person's yard and not in a lot of other places around Saintshaven. Can I like
Just
make
say-
a nature check or something?
Yeah, sure.
Oof. Oof. That's a. I don't think I have nature proficiency.
Can
I don't
I?
have.
How do you not have nature proficiency? You're a druid.
I don't know. Listen.
How did you
Listen.
do
Nature
that?
is an intelligence. Nature is an intelligence-based skill. I might have nature proficiency. I don't remember. My computer is buried under like 3 layers of stuff.
Hold on a minute.
So if I don't, that's not an ideal roll. It's still not an ideal roll. It could be worse.
Could I assist in some fashion, either my own nature roll or with a gathering check
Sure.
to give her advantage?
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
What should I roll?
If you're just assisting, it'll just be advantage for...
Okay.
Okay, let's make this not trash. That's much better. That's much better. Okay.
Is it though?
Yay!
Do I have proficiency?
I don't know, dude.
Can you find my character sheet?
I'm trying right now.
I'm about ready to try to download it on my phone. It's fine.
This is the struggle, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody's computer is inaccessible.
I
Mine's
can't,
fine.
I can't locate it at the moment.
All right.
I'm gonna say yes, why not?
Okay. What's our proficiency bonus? Is like a 3-ish.
Don't worry
In
too
that
much
vicinity.
about it.
3 or 4.
Let's-
Call it a 4.
We'll call it a 4. All right. That's gonna be That would be, I think, a 21. Not. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a +1 to int, the lucky scarf, and then if it's like about a +4, that'd be 21.
Okay. Yeah. This person has in their yard a hemlock. And is a mid-aged
Better than
hemlock,
having a flintlock in their yard.
which is it's a lovely tree. Well cared for. It's doing fine in the snow. It's usually a higher elevation tree, so it's odd to find it down in a valley. So there are not very many of them in Saintshaven proper. This is probably the only one that's close to the dome edge.
Alright. Then I'm gonna try to find, like, a good bit that's, like, wouldn't damage the tree too much, and just, like, try to cut it off.
Okay.
Just, like, cut off, like, a branch.
Sure.
I have
branch.
the whatever kitted I usually use for harvesting plants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like that would count.
Herbologists or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome to borrow some tools.
Awesome.
Trim carefully.
Sure, it's not
Yes.
too difficult to find a branch and snap it off.
We're just pruning your tree for you, friend.
You say to a person
Random
who's
unknown-
miles and miles away.
Yes.
Close enough.
Your mailbox
Listen.
is fine. Mir, by the way, quickly checks to make sure the mailbox is fine, and that Hessa has been trying to steal it while we were.
Oh yeah, because I was doing things so Hessa would not be under my arm anymore.
Right,
So, yes,
right.
Can I
please.
steal the mailbox?
No!
And this time?
I just
No.
said Mir looks to see if you're stealing the mailbox.
Stealth versus perception.
Yeah, like, I would have put you down with a stern warning, like, behave yourself, and gone to do the thing. So, like,
Nice.
if you go to do
Stealth
the other
with
thing,
disadvantage.
What?
I'm giving you a...
Stealth
at
with
disadvantage?
disadvantage, because people are looking for you to do shit now.
Oh gosh.
We're expecting this now.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Total of 20.
Yes. I believe 19 is either my passive or below my passive, so...
Hessa
will
like
be
has a
rolled.
screwdriver out and she's like menacingly walking towards the mailbox.
Essa,
Like,
you lay your hand on the mailbox, and then someone's hand lands on your shoulder.
I pause mid inspecting the tree for a branch, and like my head whips around, and I like give you the mom glare again.
You see
Mir just barked.
You turn and you see Mir literally grabbing hold of Hessa as she puts the screwdriver against the mailbox, and she just freezes. Just to blow.
Please drag her away by her ear. Like,
there was a loose screw,
like,
okay? I was about to
Uh-huh.
tighten it.
I'm not even going to roll deception on that.
Oh god.
Everybody knows
nobody
that's bullshit.
believes you. You are so
Oh.
full of shit right now.
There's no rolling deception.
I'm not gonna let you that
Nope.
time.
That's
It's not
fair,
gonna
that's
happen.
fair.
We all know you're absolutely full of crap.
I was just trying to help, okay?
You're so full of shit right now.
I
Yeah.
would have asked somebody else because I know you guys are really testy about the whole mailbox thing, but you all just seem so busy.
Right.
Literally, Zacro and Misa just there.
Everybody is looking at you and shaking their heads right now.
Everyone.
Misa offers
Absolutely
just strap.
everyone.
Misa
This
offers
is fair.
to strap
This is
Hessa to
fair.
her back.
Yeah.
You can if you want.
To put a child leash on this person.
I don't think it'll help.
It won't.
You could tie her to Nyx's saddle.
Yes.
So I thought about that,
There.
but like, would they get into more or less trouble at that point?
Probably more.
Because I mean, Nyx did basically eat half an insomnia cookies from
That's
the
because he left him unattended.
college.
Also,
Yeah.
this is like 8 months later, so he's definitely not doing that anymore.
He's a better boy. He
Mhm.
has matured.
Yes.
He has matured.
Unlike Hessa.
Yeah.
I
I'm
am
proud
very
of him.
mature.
I'm proud of him. I am less proud of you, Hessa.
Oh, now that
Wow.
hurt. Ooh.
Brutal.
I cannot say that Oshkosh is particularly proud of this display either.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
And
Just get
Bashini,
roast from all ends.
on her.
This is
Wish-
fair.
Bashini wishes for your improvement, but is not expecting it.
Shit! Wow, damn!
Absolutely brutal.
It has been 6 months since I've known you, and you have not changed in the slightest.
Jesus! What?
Please strive to be better.
Excuse me, Madam
Ouch.
Police, I've witnessed a murder.
Jesus.
Yeah, really.
An
Now
absolute
we need to call
brutality.
the police. Fuck.
Excuse me, Paladin Order. I'd like to report a murder.
Misa is
was
a
done- I
good
wanna
but
hear
not
that.
nice paladin. She does not have to be nice to be good.
I mean, my paladin kicked someone in the balls the other week, so...
Oh.
To be fair, he tried to murder us while he was... He then surrendered when he was low on hit points. My character said, sure, you accept your surrender, and then I kicked him in the balls for enough subdual damage to knock him out and we hauled him back to town.
Jeez.
Valid.
That is beautiful.
Alright,
100% valid.
you have the western
So-
access point. Or anchor point.
And we got the northern, right? So that just leaves the southern and the eastern.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess to the southern, then to the eastern, then to the back to the camp.
Alright, yeah.
I'm writing all these down. This probably isn't necessary, but
No,
yeah,
I'm keeping track
it's
of it.
happening.
But Falcon knows what's Falcon's keeping track.
Misa is keeping a very
They're-
firm
they
hand
know-
on Hess's
they know
shoulder.
we're all forgetful bitches. Anyway. Let us.
Like
to the
Misa's hand is clamped on Hess's shoulder.
Hessa is glaring. She looks like a sad teenage child.
Well,
Oh,
we
she's
never got that
acting
far,
like a
so
sad
no.
teenage child.
now you're doing it.
Don't understand, Mom.
Mom!
So you had
Meanwhile, Misa's just giving her a little like try to pep talk. Like, Bashini will always accept improvement. You just have to improve.
You're
An attempt was made at the pep talk, but like, damn.
To the south.
As you go, the snow begins to thicken to the point where it is an actual snowfall. It's beginning to collect now, and it's like it's no longer little blowy wisps. It is actual snowflakes falling at a regular rate. And it is starting to collect on the ground just a little bit.
Just let me know when it looks like it's packable.
Okay, who are you gonna throw a snowball at?
You'll see.
Okay.
Oh
Oh
no.
dear.
Oh. A war began.
So the south road out of town actually goes right past the southernmost compass point of the dome, and is the route that most people use to get mail in and out of the city. It is almost in sort of an open field area. It's where the valley opens up towards the, Sorry, I sent somebody a cursed post and she's really mad at it. It is where the valley opens up into the forest and plains lands beyond.
Echo, yes.
Echo, no.
Yeah, Misa's hands on her head going, oh no, the child. Lord, oh no.
Lord, forgive me for the sins I am about to commit.
Yup.
I'm-
Be it.
I feel like this is a reference.
It's a vine.
It's a vibe.
Okay.
Okay, is what's around
Is there
here?
anything
Is it just a
distinctive about the
plain-
field or any neat plants or rocks or distinctive things?
It is an open field. So it is just grass that's beginning to be filled with, again, wild plants, no longer just tame grass or what have you, and some trees beyond that. But the anchor point is right next to the edge of the road.
Is there like a signpost?
Nope, not nearby.
Oh my god.
This is a fair thing. This is fair,
I'm straight
okay?
up denying that.
That's
Valid.
fair.
Are there any specific plants to the area that
Um,
we might be able to get our hands on?
Any grasses?
Roll a nature check.
this is going to go well.
Oh, so incredibly.
Oh, so fantastically.
Actually, we could just grab a rock.
That is a
could do
nice
that.
11.
There's 11.
Means it's
I
not-
feel like it should
Misa
be
doesn't know this
distinct from
place
the rock
enough.
we already.
Misa's been here for like a couple months. She doesn't know anything about this place.
You're not really familiar. Your attention isn't focused on the local flora.
You know, she's focused on the little gremlin in her grasp.
Little gremlin she's been looking after for 6 months.
I am not
Should
a
I,
gremlin.
Could I do like
When
yeah, that might be better than my nature check.
We can just grab something, anything, because that's what we
yeah,
did
if
with
this is a cardinal
north.
direction one, we can just grab
right.
some rock or something again.
I'll pick some
Valid.
particularly nice looking bits of grass.
You step off the road and kind of look through, and the snow is
Some, like,
beginning to
well-dried
sort of
flowers.
collect up in the tuffet's grass. But you find, let's see, what's that called? Let me see if this is the right one. It's the meadow flower that's really spiky when it's dry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, teasel. The one that like the flower heads come out and it just has that spike thing at the top that looks kind of like a thistle, but it's not.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's teasel.
Teasel.
We should
Yeah.
make a flower crown out of these things.
No,
They sound
that's
a bit. Yeah,
good
that.
way. That's
You
a
guys
good way
just
to harm
say
your
no.
head.
True.
I'll post it.
Wait, this sounds like a particularly prickly flower.
It is. It's pretty prickly,
is.
but it dries well and it looks nice.
Every single
So, like,
instructor
that's-
you've ever had in elementary school will lie to you and tell you Indians use this as a comb, which is wrong in so many ways.
What? Yeah, that's teasel.
If they told me this, I blocked it from my memory.
Native Americans
Probably
did not
Yeah,
use
me
this as a comb.
too.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Totally a comb.
So Mira
You find
will
those.
put one of these in and probably put it in a vial just so I don't myself with it.
Absolutely, you slipped into one of your larger
Okay.
potion vials. Empty, of course. And it rattles around in there a little bit.
Yeah. They dry really nicely. And, like, they dry well, like, just on their own.
Mhm.
Like, you'll find them in the winter
Yep.
dried, and they'll look dope as heck.
You just have.
Yup.
Alright, let me write that one down.
To the east.
To these.
Alright.
What
East.
was that?
Is Hessa
that-
trusted enough to walk now?
No.
Probably not.
Misa
Rude.
says no.
Unlikely. You head to the east, and the
That's
eastern area is...
Lacking.
There's a little bit of that terraced, sort of setup where there are fancy houses, but mostly to the east, it is heavily forested and mountainous. So, over in that area actually is like one of the bigger graveyards because you can't farm or build in that area. So there's a bit of a catacombs in that area, and some undeveloped forested rocky area where the town sort of dissolves into this jumble that goes straight up into the mountains. It's very hard to sort of work your way through. So it's a little wild over to the east.
Mir, by the way, immediately
I
turns
love
to,
it.
Hessa and goes, "No, you are not stealing a sign. No, you are not stealing a gravestone. You are not stealing anything from anybody's grave."
I didn't say anything about stealing from graves, okay?
Yet.
I didn't
Yeah,
say
because I mentioned it first.
I didn't say anything.
Yet.
You didn't say it, but you
You
were
didn't have
probably
to.
thinking it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
You
do.
didn't have to say it.
You didn't say it, but you didn't have to.
So the easternmost point of the dome is in this rocky, hilly area. It's a steep slope where the dome just slaps down into the leaf litter of this forest. There are boulders around, some taller trees. That's about it.
That's a nice boulder.
Spicy meatball.
What would you like to take from this area?
Another plant or rock, probably.
Goblin baby timeout, absolutely she is. Okay, the area is filled with very tall trees and not a whole lot of undergrowth, but there are little like partridge berry vines all over the ground and some residue of the autumn plants, though again, a lot of it's getting kind of covered up by snow at this point. There's some dried remnants of ferns, and then a lot of tall like tulip poplar trees, ash trees, some hickory and beech.
Grab some fiddleheads.
Can we, or is there...
Fiddleheads are spring.
They're not
very true.
alive anymore. There's like
True.
maybe somewhere where a couple of dried fern branches are still there, but they're not alive. It's winter.
True.
I want to grab a hickory nut.
Okay, you can roll investigation to root through the leaf litter for some hickory nuts.
Mir just, like, stands there staring at Hessa. Just sitting right next to him.
I'm literally being held. I can do nothing. Well, I can
Just
probably
in
get out.
case. Just in
I can
case.
probably get out of this, but you know, I'm letting it happen.
That's I'm not rolling well for nature-y based checks today, I guess. That's a strong 9 to find a nut.
You find one.
9?
You find one hickory nut.
I hold it up triumphantly.
You guys watch Cheska like go down on her hands and knees and start like shuffling through leaf litter for like a solid 4.5 minutes. And then she finally just like, ha! And comes up with this one hickory nut. And it kind of looks a little sad.
Clapping. Low
It's like a
clapping.
little pathetic, a little rotted almost. But you found it. Damn it.
Mir gives you a thumbs up.
I make the sound that like Link makes in the Zelda games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Da 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 da.
Yup.
That one. Okay, my bad.
That's Final Fantasy.
No, the yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see here.
So I guess back to the scientist camp?
Yes, indeed.
Yup.
As you head back, the snow begins to thicken. It is packable. There's enough of it now. You've been at this for several hours.
I'm going to attempt to stealthily roll myself up a snowball.
Okay.
That's 25, I think, for
Jesus.
stealth.
Dang
Yeah,
it.
you still roll
I'm
yourself
proficient
snowball.
in it, and I have dexterity. I just can't remember exactly the proficiency modifiers, so it's either 25 or 26.
It doesn't matter.
Jesus. Higher than my passive.
You
Here.
scoop up enough snow as you go along to pack yourself a nice little snowball.
Oh no.
What are you doing with it?
Oh no.
Good question. Is Tessa still being carried?
Yes.
She's not being carried, she's being guided with a hand on her shoulder by the big person.
There.
I throw the snow.
Can I dodge?
Isn't looking.
You throw the snowball
Can
at
I
Hessa.
dodge?
Okay, roll an attack.
Use that uncanny dodge.
I'm looking.
You cannot be looking.
Some broke nonsense.
My head. What is it? Would this be a dexterity or strength-based attack?
It would be dexterity because it is a thrown weapon. And you know what? Hessa's not expecting this. You get advantage.
I
This
feel
is
like
a surprise attack.
I feel like this is karma.
Oh god, and it,
23.
the prob- Oh god, I'm so happy that didn't miss.
Misa, you're walking along. You got one hand on Hessa's shoulder. And you're talking to her. And you look down in time to see her just get creamed from behind with a snowball to the back of the head. Just whack!
Good.
Just fucking some, this is some Calvin and Hobbes bullshit.
The best kind of Calvin and Hobbes.
Mir giggles like a 5, starts taking off at a run toward the camp.
Hessa immediately runs after her.
Nope, Misa's
Get
still
off the
has
ground
you in her
first.
grasp.
Can I escape?
Misa's still holding you.
Can I? No, you said you had your hand on my shoulder. That's easier to escape from.
Alright.
Grapple checks both of you.
I'm
What do I
I
add
have
to that?
Falc, I have auto grapple because of the feet.
Are you going to?
Can I use acrobatics?
That's true. You auto grapple.
Dang it.
I auto grapple because I'm a python.
Amazing.
Is there any escape?
No,
You cannot escape me.
you get grappled. You can try to escape, and then it's contested checks, but.
I'm
You are
gonna
grappled.
scoop up some
I would like to escape.
I'm gonna scoop up a couple snowballs worth of snow and take to the air.
I would like to
no.
escape. May I
Oh, God.
escape?
You can try to escape.
What do I add?
What's that roll for me? Strength?
No.
I'm gonna say
Oh, no. It doesn't
contested
matter.
athletics.
It doesn't matter.
Did you roll a 1?
I did.
Guess what? I rolled a non-natural 20, so it doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
I
God
got
bless.
a 1.
You have Hessa.
Jesus.
You have Hessa. There is no changing that.
Okay, so I'm thinking that Hessa's sort of like rolled up in my tail like a carpet sort of thing, like
Yeah.
Cleopatra in the carpet, and he's just moving along. Hessa's just stuck in the tail.
Amazing.
She's not leaving.
Hessa, you've been captured.
I'm so sad.
Tiska is taken to the air with several snowballs worth of ammo.
Triple grappled.
This is the first time I got to use my auto grapple. I'm so happy.
That's amazing.
I'm not gonna use that dice anymore.
Incredible.
Oh, it's so good.
What's anybody else doing?
Hessa is boiling.
I'm just chuckling.
Alright.
Alright,
gonna-
who looks like they're paying the least attention?
I mean, Misa, she just constricted Hessa.
Okay, besides Misa. I'm
Rude.
not gonna be rude because I know that Misa's a cold bean, so I'm not gonna do that.
Probably, I don't know, maybe... What is Acro doing?
Mira's on
Her
alert
time?
because she just threw a snowball, so she's expecting
Though she's
retaliation.
Though she's also mostly watching Hess.
That's true.
This is true. She's not looking at the sky. She's looking at Hessa. Like,
Watch the sky, traveler.
Jeez.
Watch the skies traveling.
So probably either Mira or Temp.
alright.
Hey.
I'm gonna attempt to dive bomb both of them in quick succession.
Oh man. Alright. Are you throwing snowballs?
Yeah, I'm. My main intent isn't to so much throw them as just drop them from the air.
Okay. Roll 2
Just
attacks.
on
Valid.
top of head.
Valid.
And what would this be adding?
It would be a ranged attack, which I'm gonna give you proficiency in snowballs because anyone who's ever been a child is proficient in snowballs.
Okay.
Except for the two Snursen, the two Sneakers.
Except for the Sneeple. That's true.
Fair.
They haven't been children.
No, well, no.
Misa was never a child. She's always been like this.
Actually, I was gonna say anyone who's been a child in the last 100 years, so...
Valid. Misa was not.
Wow.
You know what? That's fair.
That's discrimination.
Against
Okay.
dead people?
Misa has not been. Misa has not been a child for a very long
130,
time.
Right?
Yeah, Temp's an elf.
Oh shit, you're right.
So that's true.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
the thing about that is-
discrimination.
The thing about that is Temp was
But on
probably
the
a
other
child for
hand-
longer
Mm-hmm.
because
I was gonna say
aging
this-
differences.
This is also, though, Temp, so I imagine
Temp's
that
always a
would
child.
Be
make
real.
sense.
Temp is still a child, let's be real.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me you haven't had a snowball fight with RJ in the...
So the first roll...
your date mates whose names I'm getting wrong.
Aryan and Nivara.
Thank you.
Is it Aryan or Aryun?
I always thought it was Archon.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it another A or is it a U?
It's an A.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So the first roll was, I believe, approximately a 13. And the second roll
That's not gonna hit.
was, yeah, that's not gonna hit. And the second roll was worse. So I missed. But
Aww.
I feel like the first one got kind of close, and then the second one like just whiffed completely.
Although, if Mir doesn't know, would that give you advantage on your... Or are you already rolling with
Yeah,
advantage?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Temp wouldn't know either.
Alright.
Have
Yeah,
at me.
everyone's been watching the auto grapple spectacle.
Yes, pretty much.
No one's expecting the dive bomb.
No one's expecting the Tiska
No one's
Inquisition.
expecting- yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my second rolls were worse. So
Aww.
same rolls.
You, however, you do not hit these people with these just absolute armfuls of snow. But you do let them know that there's now a war on.
Oh jeez.
Can I attempt to escape?
Have at thee, villain! And I attempt to throw snowballs at Tiska.
God damn it. Go ahead and roll some attacks.
You know, I'm going in for some attacks on Tiska too here.
God damn. Both of you roll
Mine falls.
2.
How many?
Both of you roll 2 attacks.
Oh boy.
I'm rolling 2, but I'm directing the second one at Temp.
Okay.
This is a free for all.
You won't
This
be
is Battle
expecting it!
Royale, children.
So, for my 2 at Tiska, that's a 20 and a 15.
Jesus.
Those
hits.
both hit.
My
Oh,
one at
yeah.
Tiska goes
Those both
wide.
hit.
My one at Temp is the 18 plus whatever proficiency I have.
I'd
That
like to
hits.
use an
Like 20?
ability I've never gotten to use in this game before.
Okay.
Tis the
I'd like to
night!
use deflect missiles.
On a snowball! Yeah, go for it!
The snowball does no damage, probably.
Yeah.
Even if it does, I reduce its damage by 19.
Yeah, I mean, it would not.
It does
You just smack it out of the air before it hits
No.
you. Like no.
Nope. I'm
No.
sending it. Okay, Falc, can I catch this snowball?
Yeah, why not?
Oh gosh.
I throw it back.
Okay.
Oh.
That's gonna be a 24 to hit.
Oh my god.
Mir
Oh.
takes
Gets
it.
a face full of snow.
Mir
The same
does like
snow that you scooped off the
Yes.
ground.
Mir does like a dramatic death thing of like just over the top cheese. You're like, oh, I am
Since,
done for. It is over. I can see the light. It's a
Since
You hear a panicked screeching, and then Temp, you are tackled by Nyx.
Mir like jumps up. It's like no. Choco, jeez. It's fine.
Nyx knocks you over, Temp, like, slams
jeez.
into you. And then leaps up and...
I love him.
Let's see here. Does he do the same to you, Mir? No, he does not knock you over, but he does ram into you.
I was gonna ask.
Buddy, I love him.
No,
I love him
Honestly,
so much.
You're such a
I
good
would
boy.
gently do that.
I'm curious. Misa won't have proficiency in snowball. She hasn't been a child in a very long time.
Right.
But can she try?
Yes.
Hessa
try.
is in her tail. This is not obstructing her hands.
Right.
Tessa says, Misa, and she just looks at her with really big puppy dog eyes. Please,
All right, Misa.
please.
Misa lets her just slightly take an arm out
Yes.
and hands her some snow.
Oh jeez.
I'm so
Mir.
excited.
Is Mir near me?
Yeah.
I will attempt. I don't know how to, do snowballs, so Tessa just grabs like a giant pile of snow and just attempts to just dunk it on her.
Try and throw
What's
it.
the range on snowballs?
What is the range
You know, I'm
increment
pretty
for
sure
a
that's a question
snowball?
that's never been asked before, and I love it.
So,
Like, at what distance do you get disadvantage with a snowball?
Can I dunk on her?
No, you're still in Hessa area.
you're still in the tail. You're still in the
Use that
tail,
for
but you
your
can toss it.
Misa, please. Free me. Please.
Misa just stares, considering for a moment, and then decides to throw her snowball first, before coming to a decision. She wants
Can I
to throw
attempt
it
to
at
escape
Tiska.
while she does this? Because she has let me out a little bit. She's given me a little wiggle room.
You can attempt an escape.
Please,
Do
let
I
me
need to roll
die.
for something like that?
Contested
Please.
athletics.
Please, dice. What do I add to this?
Your
Oh,
athletics.
I think
Your
you're
strength.
fucked.
No, my acrobatics is my strength.
Nope. Acrobatics is dexterity. Athletics is strength.
I think it was a joke. Acrobatics is strength.
Oh.
It's her strong suit.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Um,
Athletics isn't so good.
Oh,
That's
please.
unfortunate.
I got a
Please.
15.
Acrobatics is her strength. Because strength isn't her strength.
You beat me, didn't you?
Misa has a +8 to athletics.
I have a -1.
I rolled a 21 altogether.
You feel this wriggle and you just don't let go. You're like,
One to dunk.
Sorry you tried.
I need to
As-
dunk on her.
As a constrictor, it just gets tighter.
Make sure she can still breathe.
Oh yeah, but you know.
You know what? I dunk on you instead. You deserve this. You're in reach. Can I dunk on her?
On Misa?
Yes.
Big ass snake.
Why?
You can't. I'm picturing like you can't quite your head, like try to dump it down her shirt or something.
This is a
Yes.
strength attack, though.
Oh jeez.
Oh gosh, why would you say that?
Because
Can't
it's
I
a
do it,
melee attack.
dexterously?
You caused this.
I did.
Like, this is your own dang fault at this, kiddo.
I need to stop rolling. I need to stop.
What was it?
roll,
You did this to yourself.
What do I add to it?
your strength.
That's a non-natural one.
Ooh.
You attempt
Ooh,
to dunk it,
snow.
and it slips and falls on your own head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to
I
reach
just
up
hit a
and
blow.
throw the snow, but like you didn't pack it because you don't know about snow, so it just kind of like falls apart and falls on you. It's extremely cold.
Okay,
It
so
gets down
since
your shirt.
Since Misa's hands are both free, can she take 2?
Yeah.
Oh. So let's roll these.
What do you need to do, Lurker?
JD.
What?
She got a nat 20 on your fucking snowball!
Are you dunking? Who are
Yeah.
you throwing this at?
Well, I was going to go one for Tiska, one for Hessa, because Hessa tried to assault me.
It's not gonna be hard to get. It's not gonna be hard.
Oh man.
I think I'm going to use the nat 20 for the one in the air,
Okay.
and the 14 for the one in the grasp.
Yeah, so
I
your
just got
AC is
utterly
17.
sniped twice.
Yeah. Tiska, you flap once and you feel a snowball just kind of like careen into your rib cage. Misa, you twist and
Jesus.
try and dump another one on Hessa's head, and she's thrashing because she just got a fuck ton of snow down her shirt. So you miss this time.
This time.
Victory.
Oh, sorry. She's grappled. You have advantage on her. My bad.
Oh, so do I roll that again?
Yeah. Man, and I
Yes,
thought
you
there would
do.
be combat.
Oh my god, that's
You thought.
a 15 plus what?
You
Anything?
done thunk.
Your strength.
That would be a 19.
You just see Hessa give up.
Yes, go for it. Go for
Hessa
it.
just like stops and
Okay, so in this
No.
one, she's not gonna dump it. She's going to gently pack it around Hessa.
Hessa just gives up. She gives up. Wait, can I uncannily dodge?
While grappled?
Yes. Is it possible? Probably
I
not.
actually
It
don't
would
know.
be pretty uncanny. It'd be pretty
It is
uncanny.
uncanny.
Yeah,
Mir, by
it's
the
the
way,
wriggle.
is probably looking around very confused, trying to figure out where Zach's mage hand snowballs are coming from.
Zach, I need you to roll attacks, but A mage hand is... They're under 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
I'm going to, at some point, land and get another
hope
big
a snowball's
armful
under
of
10
snow.
pounds. Jeez.
No, you're not hitting anyone? Okay, so you're just throwing them around. Okay, that's fine. You can just throw this then.
Mir's just looking confused for a bit.
This has devolved so fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You thought there would be no combat.
I love it so much.
Lurker, I know you wanted to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get directly above Misa and just jump
Can
an
I do
armload
that?
of snow
Yeah, you
on
can do
top
that.
of her.
Go for it, buddy.
Oh, yeah. What?
Go for it.
Okay, so... I want to spend a key point and throw a snowball at everybody and call it Flurry of Snows.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Glorious.
Go ahead.
That is so good.
Hessa's
Flurry of
given up.
snows.
I just want you all to know she's given up.
Okay.
You're just
Here,
gone.
that's a 19. No, that's a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's a 24.
She's given up.
The advantage,
You could
she's
hit her
grappled.
with a 1. You
Yeah,
could
she's
hit her
grappled.
with a 1. She's given up.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Tiska, that's a 26.
Doesn't hit, definitely. Never has. Never will.
Our wonderful other Snarson that I've completely forgotten the name of at the moment. I'm very
Lisa.
sorry.
It's okay.
Lisa, that's a 28.
Oh, that so hits.
Zacharo, are you visible?
Zach, are you like invisible or
Like, are you like hiding somewhere?
hiding? Okay.
In
Yeah.
a box.
Also,
That's kitty.
so did Tiska want to dump snow on Misa?
There's a box in there's no box.
Just a box.
You're a cat, not a snake. Okay. You're hiding in the snow.
I'm pretty sure my passive perception is 17.
Yes, you see anyway.
So Zacharo, that's 25.
Oh.
And-
We've all been dunked on.
Well, and Tiska wanted to dump snow on Misa.
Roll that, and then Tip's gonna end this battle.
And then we are actually going to get on with whatever Falk was originally planning.
I love this so much.
So, Tiska, roll that. Eight.
Rip.
Okay, well. I really hate that you made me look at that.
Yes. It is.
Tiska, if you want to do the thing, roll for it. If you're speaking, can't hear you.
I did roll for it, and I've had my mic off. I apologize. I got a nat 1.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh my
You're
god.
preparing to dump snow on Misa, and that's when Temp Snowball hits you, and it just knocks you straight out of the air. You fall into the snow.
Jeez.
Big lump. Snow everywhere.
Big oof.
Big.
Yeah, I'm
oof.
just sitting there, like, with my face, like, in front of, Hessa, or in front of Misa, with my face buried in the pile of snow I was intending to dump on her.
Exactly.
And I'm just sitting here on this defeat.
Ouch.
Oh, JD, no.
Wasted.
Oh, JD, please.
Are you?
JD.
Please tell me you're trying to use control water.
Is 9:36.
Water.
Yes, it's water.
Does it
It's
count
fine.
as water? Because of the spell. What's the name of the spell? Hang on. Control water.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So we could use control water on the snow.
You know what? No. I'm not allowing that.
Aww.
Right.
I think
That would
Falcon
make
like
this
that,
drag
actually.
out significantly
been
more than
so
it needed
good,
to.
Though.
It would, but it
would've
is
been
no
so
longer
good.
water, it is ice.
Valid.
You should
No, if
probably
you had a
have that.
spell that was like control chill. Which, I mean, the only person here who can control chill is Temp. We all know that.
Uh-huh. Misa explicitly cannot
Temp-
control chill.
Temp has never had a chill a single day in his life.
False?
By the way,
What is the opposite of chill?
I want everyone to know that because Misa is cold-blooded and just got assaulted with snowballs, she has locked up temporarily.
Oh no!
She is just, and that means her grip on Hessa is not moving.
Oh.
It is
Hess
tight.
is dead. Hess is dead.
It's not tight enough to hurt, but it is tight enough to keep her there.
Stay hydrated.
And
Everybody stay hydrated.
Mir
And
comes
Misa's
over and starts
just-
like warming Misa up, like sort of.
like
Hessa
it
is
got down her,
panicking a little.
it got down her sweater. She's just like,
Oh.
Hess is panicking a little.
Post snowball fight. Fire pit thing.
Okay.
yeah, let's
We'll
Go
go to the
make
sun.
an impromptu fire pit and start a bonfire, or not a bonfire, but like a
Oh.
campfire.
Should we do that back at the scientist camp?
You might want to get back to scientist camp. You've chilled Misa very much.
Yeah, Misa is very slow, but she can move.
Mir will like hand her more blankets.
Don't work on
Warp
cold-blooded
and
critters, Mir.
Stuff.
It really doesn't.
Can
It
I
doesn't
like?
work on
Can I use my produce flame cantrip to warm something and then like hand that
carefully
to her or something?
as you walk. Yeah.
Yeah,
it still
me
will take
too.
you a pretty long while to get back to the scientist camp. And as you do, the snow begins to get thicker and thicker.
I am
To the
helping
point where it
with.
is a very nice solid snowfall.
I'm helping
Misa-
with this endeavor because I also have that cantrip.
Perfect.
Misa is very proud of Temp, by the way.
Good.
Misa is
I am proud both for the
unbelievably proud of
attack
this.
and for the pun.
Yeah, you just threw a snowball at every
Me
single
too.
person and ended the battle. You stand triumphant as snowball champion, Trump.
Yes!
yeah.
Number one snowball boy!
You are number one
Yes.
snowball boy.
Oh boy.
I love it so much.
You make your way back to the scientist camp, heading back into the city along the pathways, and by the time you get there, it has gotten mostly dark, as it is the longest night of the year upcoming. And you enter and you see the scientists have completed putting up that big tent, and there seems to be quite a bit of activity, and Lorelai finds you almost instantly. And she says, "Oh, good. You have you have all the things I asked you."
Yep.
Yep.
Here are the rest of the things. There are a couple other things that we left with one of the Ryan. We're just gonna warm Misa up real quick before whatever you're.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I realize it's cold. I didn't realize that would make you that chilly. I'm so sorry.
Well, we also had a snowball fight.
Oh,
That one was on me.
got it. Yeah.
I want.
Misa just very quietly mumbles, "Don't mind, Hessa."
Oh.
Hessa is panicking.
Oh,
Misa,
Gosh, you're
during-
kinda stuck there, huh?
During this thing, Misa has curled her tail up closer to her so that Hessa's not dragging on the ground. Hessa
Oh.
is almost upright. She can see above the snow. Misa is trying to keep her as safe as possible while also keeping everything else around us safe.
Okay.
There were
okay?
some events while we were gathering items.
Controlling the chaos.
I see. All right. Well, we'll
It's
go ahead and
fine.
get warm, and we'll set this spell up. The one thing I can't replicate is the Solstice tree. I'm sorry about that, but I think we've got pretty much everything else. Well, you know what? You'll see.
And she takes your collected items and hurries off into the camp with them.
I'm just.
Oh boy.
Sadly,
Misa-
that's a different character that bought that feather token because there is And I don't even know if it's in this edition or not. I know in Pathfinder there's a feather token you can buy that turns into a giant tree.
I mean,
Misa gently lets Hessa go.
Yeah.
I have
Sort of
Wilder
collapses
Spark.
around.
You do, don't you?
I sure do.
I'm gonna make hot cocoa.
Sure.
Misa just sort of collapses around any fire that's nearby and just sort
there's
of crawls
plenty.
around it.
Interestingly enough,
Like
the
you-
snow it hits the top of the dome and sort of sheds off the side, like mist.
The scientist camp dome.
The internal dome.
The internal dome. It comes through the big dome easily. The
big
scientist dome repels it. You guys warm up a little bit. You have some cocoa and whatnot, and Lorelai comes back, and in her hands she has suspended this sort of multicolored little ball of light. It looks like a lot of lines of glowing text that have all been sort of woven together into a little sphere that she's holding in the space between her hands. And she's just
Shiny.
Yeah, this is a spell. We have been kind of working on it. Do you want to do this here, or is there somewhere else we would like to go? Again, this is about as much as we can do for you for the solstice.
I'm good wherever, unless somebody else had a suggestion.
Somewhere with exposed dirt.
Okay.
I want to go
There's the
somewhere
town
with
square.
exposed dirt.
So the town square.
Okay. Sure.
And Lorelai will gather up some of the other scientists that want to see if this spell actually works, and you guys can head out to the town square. Again, it's not that dangerous. The rift hasn't been throwing stuff out, so the way is pretty safe. A lot of the people in the camp follow you, but it's getting dark, so you don't exactly see who's there. You make your way back to the town square. Not a long walk. It's just a few minutes, and you get to the center of it. And Lorelai says, "All right, are we ready? What are we doing? Do you want to do something?"
I plant Wilder Spark in the middle of the dirt patch of town square, and do the thing to make it turn into a tree.
Ah, yes. You take Wilder Spark in its beautiful white staff glory, and you set it in the center of that 10-foot radius dirt patch, and you helped make this thing. You and a bunch of unicorns made this thing. So you mentally change it, and you step back, and what is a white oak staff sparks once or twice up at the top where that tiny little thing is contained, and then you see it sort of shimmer in the air, and then abruptly there's like this swirl of almost silvery mist around it, and that sort of spurts upwards, and you see, like, accelerated growth, this massive tree sprout up and blossom into these huge branches that are covered in leaves, even though it is the middle of winter. And in just seconds, what was a single white oak wood staff is now a 60-foot tall white oak tree.
It's not really the right kind of tree, but I figure it's the closest thing we have.
Interestingly enough, Saintshaven solstice trees, usually oak, ash, or redwood.
Oh, huh.
Mira tugs at Zakro and says,
Can you do lights? Can you do like little things?
Hold on, I got it.
And
Oh, you have a good idea?
Lorelai picks up this bundle of light that she's been holding, and concentrates on it, and then tosses it up into the air, and it floats up a second and then shoots upwards, where it sort of twinkles and disappears into this tiny little spark of light, and then there's like this shimmering explosion, and you see almost this sort of like ripple of light spread down the sides of the dome, and as it does, you see it also descend over the town, and then it doesn't look like the town that you've been in anymore. It looks like the town that it usually is at Solstice. And you see, all over the entire town, you see these lights bloom up in these houses, and you see a swirl of lights descend over the top of the tree, and you can hear people talking, and you can see these, like, half-transparent images of people walking through the square, and you see horses and carriages, and you hear a bunch of people playing music. over on one of the street corners, and you see a bunch of children run by, and you can see people hanging up candles and lights and decorations. And it is an illusion, but it is a masterfully woven one.
Near claps.
It looks like this place should at Solstice. It looks beautiful. It looks like you want it to look.
And Lorelai says, I know it isn't like this right now, but it will be again. Once we handle this, once we get this thing to go away, it's gonna be okay again in the future.
Next year.
Yeah,
Misa is absolutely breathless.
it'll be okay.
Mir runs over and hugs Lorelai.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
Thank you. I figured
I kind of do like.
You guys seemed pretty kind of bummed out by the whole everything being so gloomy for weeks and weeks, so we figured it's not always like this, and you should get to remember that sometimes.
You were so nice.
So wholesome. I do the little like thing where like the like lift hug where you lift the person and shake them around a little bit,
Aww.
but like gently.
Aww.
Lorelai, this is gorgeous. I can see why you guys like this time of year.
Yeah, this is what it's usually like.
This is what it should be
Much
like.
better than home.
Yeah.
Better than home, that's for sure.
Wait, I have something. I probably would have left it in my tent because there's several people and carrying that around all day would be a butt.
Yeah.
So I get back to my tent as quickly as possible. Just be like, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So I run back to my tent
Well,
and
actually,
run back or fly back or whatever
yeah. Okay.
with a little bag, and like not a little bag, like a decent sized bag,
Sure.
like approximately the size of those like the bags that you get. It's slightly larger than a shopping bag, I guess. And out of it, I start pulling out little things. They are carved wood. That's like kind of and they're in little different shapes. I didn't think this completely through. I the player didn't think this completely through. I know Lorelai's is the same kind of butterfly that's on her pin.
Aww.
Let's see. Heck. I really did not think this through. Heck. Hessa's probably is like a cat that looks kind of like egg.
Aww.
Usually does. I don't know. I feel like Tiska knows more about the other people than I do.
Yeah.
The other party members. So like they're all in like appropriate animal shapes
Yeah.
for
little carved critters.
the party. Yeah, little carved boys.
Okay.
That are just yeah.
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. Lorelai in return pulls from her bag. She says, I made a thing for you. I know this is probably a pretty simple little thing, but, and she holds out this little glass sphere. And you take it from her, Tiska. And inside you can see snow falling. And she says, it'll show you what the weather's gonna be like in about half a day from now, but it'll show any of them. So I just thought it might be a little useful thing for you.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I give her another big hug.
Aww. She also gives you a hug.
Thank you. It's so good. I have a lot of feelings right now.
Aww. Okay, yeah. So, If anybody else has any other gift, now's the time to do it.
I do one check.
Misa gently lifts the bag that she's been carrying all day. You've just seen it, no one asked, so she didn't have to skirt around this. And she takes out individually labeled bags, like little pouches, and begins handing them out one by one. First, to Zach. With the deity's permission, I have handcrafted amulets for you all. This is an amulet of Anthari. It is made of... It is a sun with 4 points. Made of opal for the circle of the sun, and iridescent scales for the 4 point. Hand-braided leather as its sort of string. And then she goes to Mir. This is from Tick. A tiger's eye hearthfire with a limestone basin. Hand-braided leather.
Thank you.
To Tiska. A jade hourglass. And stained glass lightning bolt in. Fiddle rocks.
Oh god.
You may have helped me make this. You know. To Hessa. A basalt field with a stained and painted clay blood moon. From Azkasha.
Thank you.
She rides with you always.
Thank you.
To Temp.
Oh, I mean, Nobody heard that.
Okay.
From Suruk. A painted, colored clay world, surrounded by rotating obsidian ring. He thought you might like this. She gives him a smile because she can see the obvious disconnect on Temp's face, and then continues. And to Lorelai.
Oh?
I give you the greatest gift that I think I can give. One who has accepted me without too much hesitation. This is a symbol of the World Mother to you, Sue.
Oh.
A circle with a snake coiled inside. Gems for the eyes. Delicately carved out of clay and stone.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
It is the least I could do for a group that accepted me into their arms so willingly.
Lorelai's like on the edge of tears.
Misa just gives her a hug, a very gentle hug. And she says, and there's one last one for the one who is not here at the moment. For Brahm. As I believe the saying goes, birds of a feather. This is a handcrafted symbol of Bashir. A gift to him for when he is available.
That's so wholesome.
Very wholesome.
Incredibly.
Ver wholesome.
Very.
I want y'all to know that because Misa has fucking huge hands, she did that delicately with the tiniest brush. She hand painted all of them.
Oh gosh.
She's been out this for weeks.
Yeah, she has.
Alright, yeah.
Alright. I hand out boxes to everybody. They're small
man.
boxes.
Oh my god.
I wonder what it could be.
Oh.
Take a guess. Don't shake it, please.
I don't know.
Please, God, don't shake it.
Don't.
It's going to explode.
Is it a bomb?
When
Open
you
it up
say
and
that,
find out.
like holds it at arm's length, like what?
Hessa immediately opens it.
It's a
Misa
ring.
does too.
It's a ring.
The middle.
Very carefully.
Okay. the face that will actually be facing up is a large circle. It's open in the center, and studded around it are quarter carat gemstones of colors corresponding to the portals that we've been through.
Oh my god!
So pretty.
This is the most wholesome session of D&D I've ever had!
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cautiously open mine.
It explodes. Just yours, Tiska. No.
Just mine. That tracks.
No, actually, there's just a little piece of paper in yours that says bang.
It's on a spring. It pops up when you open it.
No, it's not even on a spring, it's just kind of laying there.
But literally, if it was on a spring, I would have probably startled enough to drop it.
Oh.
So precious.
Nope.
This is so wholesome.
Oh,
Did
man.
someone else want to go, or shall I?
Oh, you go.
Well, we usually have a lantern to,
Hang on. We're like, I'm gonna cast the spiritual weapon, but like in its lantern form, and just have it hover there, so it looks like Zoom's lantern
Sure, yeah.
hanging.
so, in the Temple of the Celestial Family, we have ceremonies for each of the solstices and for the equinoxes. And the winter solstice is sort of Zoom's day. It is the longest night, when Ayla is gone the longest to her battles. And, well, we celebrate the solstice by joining with those who are here and also remembering those who can't be here. And in the spirit, what we do is we make these... There's some old name that sounds a little more fancy and whatnot, but we always call them Pockets of Dawn. And Mia reaches into her bag of holding and pulls out these sort of scroll cases, but they're like waterproof type scroll cases, but on the back she has crocheted a little panel, different one for each person that has their name is in a color that she thinks they will like. It says, so usually what we would do is fill them out the summer solstice, but we don't have them here. Anyway, so basically for these, everybody puts inside little tokens, or I know we didn't prepare, so I brought some pens and paper so we could write things, and basically you make little tokens or written things to the people that you care about, and you put them into that person's satchel, and then that person has that for their longest night, for their darkest time, when they need a reminder that they are loved, and that there will be a dawn. Samir starts like handing these out along with some paper and things.
Oh,
That's so wholesome.
And I've already put a little thing for each of you and for me into it.
Can snakes cry? I think Snurson can cry.
Sneeple can cry, yeah.
Okay, because Misa is just gently crying.
Aww. Oh, so would Lorelai be.
Lorelai has one too, by the way.
Tessa's probably like hardcore crying right now. I hope you all know.
I feel like she would have like stitched a little pattern on each of them, so like
I
Temps
don't have
is like-
feelies to escape these feelings.
Temps is like a little like hammer and anvil. Zach Rouse is like a sort of magic book. Lorelai's is a
Not
chess
hammer
cube.
and sickle, and I'm disappointed.
No, my character with the
Okay,
Slavic
comrade.
accent is a different one. Misa's is like a happy little snake, and Hessa's is a cat that looks kind of like an egg, and Tiska's is a little tree.
Misa
Brahms,
is
Brahms has like a hammer over a hearth, but he's not the elf, so.
Misa is more emotional than I think you realize, because she has been in Serpent Home, not really with her own, just working for the goddess rather than anyone else for a long time. This is the first person. This is the first time other people have shown caring other than her lady.
Oh,
That's
she
so
doesn't-
wholesome.
Because she doesn't really interact with the other spirits, because she's always doing something for Bashini. Always. She's busybody.
Here, by the way, for her token in each of your little bags is a feather and a little note about how she thinks you are great. And how she is so happy that she has this little family in her adventures.
Don't tell any more, because
Yeah, I know.
perhaps in the future we can open those and then everybody can say what they said
Yeah.
to a certain person.
That was kind of my thought, yes.
We'll
So
wait till
everybody
then.
gets a moment to write things down, and then you have your little satchel of hope
That you can
Yeah.
open when you need it most.
Just like post-session, we all just like flood Falk's DMs with the things we wrote about different people.
Oh man, yeah, I'll put those in a document. Absolutely.
Yes. And yes,
Yeah.
this is a tradition of Mir's church, and if you ever wonder how she ended up as such a cinnamon roll, it's because this is what she was raised with.
Valid.
Her crazy grandmother gave her the urge to go on an adventure, and the temple gave her all these like cinnamon roll behaviors to take with her.
Perfect.
That's so valid, though.
It's extremely
I love
valid.
it so much.
Okay.
Tomb sends his blessing
you put your little
on our.
you pass them around and you each put little notes inside them. In the future you could sneak little trinket into each other's pouches without the others noticing. Absolutely valid, will work. And when you finish this,
I suppose we don't really have a hearth, but I do know that sometimes, at least when we were younger kids, we'd put them up and other people could put things in, so we could do that overnight.
yeah. Actually, a couple of the others came up with a bit of a surprise for you too. So, back at the camp, we
perfect.
have. Well, come on.
and she will lead you back to the camp, where, courtesy of Alexander, Alina, and the Baldwins, they have kindly donated their time and resources to put together a solstice feast for you.
Oh, and basically any of the scientists who doesn't have some sort of warm crocheted thing from Mir gets one at this point.
Absolutely.
Like a hat or a scarf or something to keep them cozy while it snows.
Inside that big tent,
Yeah.
there are tapestries and there are tables completely filled with very, very nice food. And everyone you've pretty much encountered is there. All of the NPCs you've met so far, V is there, Carly and Leo, Alexander, Alina, both of the Baldwins, all of the
V gets a
NPCs.
little satchel as well, by the
Also
way.
get to meet all of the here insert NPCs here that you have not yet met, but will.
Hi.
They're all there. Everyone's there.
It's a real party.
It's a real party. And outside the tent you hear the sounds of the solstice that will be once again echoing throughout the town, lights on the solstice tree glimmering, and far above the snow continues to fall. That is where we will end. I will be right back in a minute to speak with you all. Hey. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit late. I didn't realize that was going to take up all of our time. Wow. But gosh, that was adorable. Goodness me. They all came up with gifts. I'm so happy. Alright. So, this session's getting uploaded for sure. And I cannot forget to do it. Happy Solstice, everyone. I know Solstice was yesterday, but happy Solstice, okay? As, you know, as the year turns to the next one and days begin to get longer again, I wish you luck and joy in the oncoming year. Alright, guys. Next week is, like, Christmas stuff and shit's going on, so I don't think our next session is going to be until January. I think our next session will be next year. Yeah, because the 29th... Well, actually, I don't know. The 29th is next Saturday. And I don't know if we will be having a session that day. We'll have to figure that out. I will keep you guys updated on the Discord as always. For those of you who are not in the Discord, let me grab an instant invite for you. Let me post that in the chat for any lurkers who have not joined the Discord channel yet. Or Discord server. My bad. And that will be all for tonight. So I will see you guys either on the 29th or sooner. I'll probably do a couple more streams sooner. Just to kind of throw around some holiday bullshit and play some good games with y'all. And until I see you again, happy solstice, happy holidays.